everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fans get our heads right on a Tuesday. Nice little off day for your San Diego Padres yesterday, which is, it's good and bad. Got to sleep a little bit earlier, but no game to talk about. No game, no win to potentially scream about. Hopefully there are more of those to come, but the House of Horrors will be open tonight. The House of Horrors known as Coors Field. And very, very on edge for these games. And I know you gave me their record against the Rockies lately, Ben, but my God, place scares me to death. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Have I told you guys about my plan that backfired at Little League? Have I told you about my backfired plan? Boy, I had some grand visions of being just such an elite coach.
You were going to cork all the bats.
No, the bats are already, Paulie, they're pretty loaded. We had about $15,000 worth of bats.
I mean, you're doing quite well. It can't have backfired that badly, right?
Well, this is with Taylor's team, which is the machine pitch team. And your boy thought he was so slick at the beginning of the year. Fired off the email to the parents. I said, hey, listen, look, I've coached this before. We got 13 kids on our roster. That's a lot. There's only 9 positions on a real baseball team. We don't use a catcher, so we have 8. Okay? So I said, your kids are going to sit. My kid's going to sit. We're going to have, if everybody shows up, we're going to have about 4 to 5 kids sitting and learning how to be good teammates on the bench, the whole bit. We play a few games. It's working okay. Get a little distracted in the dugout because, they're 5. But I hear some bats clanking around. I see them climbing the fences. I'm constantly yelling at them. Lately, the new bit is, so I sit the kids in the first inning. The next inning, I have 12 kids that run up to me. Can I sit? Can I sit? Coach, can I sit? Coach, I'm sitting next. Coach, I'm sitting. Coach, I'll sit. And I'm sitting in the field and I go, oh, this is backfired on me. I
did not see this one coming.
See this coming. I don't know what I thought, but I thought they would at least want to be out there.
The dugout's the place to be.
It's like the place to be. So after last game, I wrote the parents and I go, hey, my grand plan, it backfired. I go, all of your children, my child too, all they want to do now is they want to sit on the bench during defense. They love to hit. Oh, they love to hit. Boy, do they hate to play defense. So they are begging me. I'll sit. Coach, I'll sit. And I'm going, oh no, I blew it. So now I had to go back to the old way. Now I have 13 kids in the field. I have 6 outfielders. I have 2 pitchers. It's a train wreck. So anytime a ball is hit, it's like flies to a pile of dung. They just
you go with the 2-3-1 in the outfield.
I go. So it go no catcher. So you go 2 pitchers, 1 on either side of the machine.
All right. So left pitcher and right pitcher.
So they're ready. Third base, shortstop who's completely blocked off by this pitcher. Second base who's blocked off by this pitcher. First base. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the outfield. 12.
Kind of in a W stagger in the outfield.
No, just
an arc.
A big arc.
Big giant arc. So right center, left center, left.
Rover. The kid that plays right behind second base in case of a ground ball that goes right up the middle. It's really a cool strategy.
Manny shifting from third position that we used to have before they outlawed that. Yeah.
I'm telling you. So I had to do it. Because it hasn't hit these kids yet to where when a coach says, hey, who wants to play? The right answer is hand up. I do. I'll play anywhere, coach. Now, because they're little. They're 5. But yeah, that blew up on me. So last night we had a game and it was, we were 12 deep. So it's like watching the ball get hit and all the kids scattering to it. I was just like, oh man, I really blew this thing. So anyway, sometimes best laid plans, right? I mean, I had good intentions. I really did have it's a safety thing too of like, you don't really want 13 kids running after the ball. You don't. And the ball's flying around. Kids aren't paying attention. I did figure let's start getting them ready for, real baseball where there is, 9 positions on the field, et cetera, but it's probably just too young.
I think you need to call out the troll you told me about before the show.
This morning? Yeah. I don't know if he was a troll. I really don't.
Well, he is. If that's the kind of comment that he's making, that makes you a troll. Whether you intended to be one or not, you became one based on the comment after you posted a video with you and your kids last night, getting ready to go to Little League.
Yeah, we're going to Little League. My buddy owns this company, Instant Hydration. It's like the greatest hydration drink. I've tried all the Element and all that stuff. This is the only one I really like, and it's the one I'll let my kids drink because it's really, really good and clean. So we kind of our pre-game routine for all of us is Taylor wants his flavor, I want my flavor, Bo wants his. So we do it. Taylor's in his full A's uniform. I've got my A's hat
because you're the coach.
Because I'm the head coach
of the A's in your Little League.
Yeah, and I get a message that says, "Voice of the Padres, but A's gear. Come on." And I wrote, "Wait till you hear about Little League."
That is insane.
I mean,
that's
not every kid gets to be on the Padres. It would be fantastic if every team, it was Padres v. Padres.
There are some leagues in San Diego that do different Padres uniforms for every team, but some still have the old school, different major league or different minor league teams. But you have to remember that if you're in gear that's not your team's gear, there could be other reasons for it. And you're not immediately a giant turncoat, sellout, hypocrite, whatever someone is accusing you of being.
Hey, man, you're going to see me in Washington. You'll see me tonight at the field in a Washington Nationals City Connect hat. It does not mean.
Are you still mad about the James Wood trade? Is that why?
It doesn't mean I love the Padres any less than I do. It is just the team that I was given. Now, I actually had the choice, but the Padres were taken. So I got the Nationals. Bo liked the big W on the hat because he likes his last name. And I said, okay, perfect. But yeah, man, we had somebody too. We went and played golf one time. This is years ago. And a guy we know was like, not a Padres hat in sight. When we were all standing on the tee box, I'm like, what is in someone's?
We're not on the team, right?
Well, even if we were on the team, Joe Musgrove doesn't wear his Padres hat when he goes to Saquon.
Is a really
you know
good
what I mean?
Point.
It's the worst part.
In fact, I almost say they never do unless it's like a team event.
Well, I mean, it's the worst part of For Love of the Game, and there's some bad parts of For Love of the Game, but Billy Chappell gets hammered in his hotel room because the Jane stands him up. So he just starts pounding scotch. He passes out. John C. Reilly comes to his room we're ready. Chappie, we got to go to the ballpark. John C. Reilly is in a Tigers hat. He walks into the hotel room with his bag and his Tigers hat on.
You'll never see in the big leagues.
Unless it's a rookie that they're making do it to go get coffee in full uni.
They do not put on any team gear until they arrive at the ballpark in the clubhouse, and then they take it all off before they leave.
It is when he walks in, Chappie, what's up, man? You got a game to pitch. And he's in his Tigers hat. I go, who's the guy that watches this and goes, the final cut guy that goes, oh, yeah, that's good. We can do that.
You imagine in the off season if Manny took his family out to brunch or something in Coronado and he's wearing his jersey and a hat. And it's not he's not there for an autograph signing or any photo opportunity. He's just hey, table for 4, please.
So this is my nightmare right here. This comment right here. Legend FD says Phil Nevin was helping coach his son Tyler's team, and they were the Dodgers, and Phil had to wear a Dodgers hat while coaching first base. Now, see that? If my son got drafted on the Dodgers next year and I was the coach and I had to wear the gear, I would do it because this is what we have to do.
Do they actually have a Dodgers in any leagues in San Diego?
We do not have one in ours. Okay. I have seen them, though, in other leagues. But
that would be tough.
But see, somebody would get a picture of me and it would live forever. And, and it's it wouldn't really affect me that bit. Like, it's my kid's little league team.
You'd have to continually explain it.
Yeah,
why are you wearing this? What is the going on?
I wonder what
here?
the split of what the split is of kids who are around that age where they're like, no, F that. I wouldn't want to be on the Dodgers because they're the rivalry.
Bo is one of them.
But how many other kids are also like,
I love the Dodgers.
I mean, they win the World Series every year. Like, I remember them. Like, I know them. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like, I can see why kids would be excited to be on the front runner team.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious how that works here in San Diego. If everyone's pretty much figured it out already.
The cool thing about our league, I love it. Everyone does City Connects. So nice. Everybody has our jerseys are cherry blossom. They're cool. They're really cool. So everybody wears the City Connects. Everyone looks sharp. There are no Dodgers in there, but it would be a bummer. It would be and you have your. I think I could go to somebody and be like, "Can you switch with me?" Because here's the reason why. But somebody's got to be willing to do that.
Right. And I think most teams would be fairly unwilling to do it now.
Chris said we have one in our minors divisions. Kids were crying at Cap Day. Yeah, bro. I think that's
maybe we bang that team from the.
Can we raise a few $100 and just buy a new set of uniforms and retire the Dodgers uniforms in San Diego?
We'll get you guys some nice Royals uniforms.
Jay-Z says, my big time Padres fan godson had to play for the Dodgers in his Little League last year. I did not watch any of his games. The hate is strong. I get it. So yeah, no, we're not. We will not have that.
Headbanging dude. My 5-year-old Dodgers in San Marcos youth. He's definitely resentful about it.
It's so gnarly.
That's putting a lot of coaches in a tough spot where they got to Stephen Woods goes out there to coach third base and a Dodgers cap. A tier 1 goes out and takes a picture. Boom, you're done.
I know they have already sponsored a few little leagues in San Diego. Eric Rupner. This is the next move. Every Dodger team and every little league. There's got to be at least, a couple dozen. Yeah. Just replace all the Dodgers uniforms with various different Padres gear for those leagues.
Yeah, you have to replace it. I love Caitlin says these stories are amazing. It is. It's really incredible. It's so funny, man. It's so funny how serious everyone takes it too. Guilty as charged. This is not a joke. I had dreams about the game that we have tonight. Last night. I'm not kidding. We're obsessed with it. My whole family is. By the way, so is every family. We finally had our first loss. Bo's like, I can't even show my face at school. Right when he walks up, one of his buddies is like, ha, you lost. And he's like, all right, man. Like, it's just the greatest. It's the greatest. 12-1.
I don't know. What are we going to do?
Yeah, sorry about it. I mean, it's so funny. But everyone is having such a great time with it. It's been, it's obviously it's a lot. It's a lot, certainly. We're at the field a lot, but it's the greatest.
I was trying to think back. I never played in a Little League. I grew up in Seattle. No team in any Little League that I ever played in was the Mariners. They did not have them. And I think
we didn't have Padres in our league when I was growing up either. I think they thought
everyone would want it.
It would be unfair for one team to get it and the rest to not. So yeah, we were the Pirates. I remember it was Pirates, Reds, Astros, Cubs. A lot of central teams for some reason in our little league when I was growing up.
Keep the fights to a minimum.
And I totally understand that. But I'm also like, gosh, if I'm the little league or if I'm the teams, like I'm kind of like, on the other hand, maybe we want most of the teams to be Mariners, Padres, whatever city you're in, because like then every kid has some gear to wear to the games already. And I don't know, you're just spreading your brand more.
My wife's in the chat, and she's not kidding when she says, I've had entire therapy sessions about Little League this month. That is true statement. I think she thought she would enjoy watching more than she is because it's stressful. It's stressful on her. And I go, babe, I get it. I'm out there on the field. And managing everyone's feelings and expectations and the parents' expectations and the parents' feelings and the kids' feelings and expectations and when they don't come through and they don't succeed, how do they rebound? It is. I think about it a lot. I think about it a lot every single day. But it's so much fun. It's so much fun. I mean, it's been a very. We've had it has not blown up or anything. We've had a little bit of little jawing between coaches, but nothing to where it's going to make a video. Like, look at these youth parents out of control. Like, more like, no. That's not the right rule, right? Let's get it right. Things like that. But it's such a blast. The kids are so into it. And I love, man, at the end of the day, what it really boils down to is you got like 1,000 kids in just my tiny little corner of this city that are on fire for baseball. On fire. They can't get enough. And that to me, is my favorite part about it. When you go pick up your kids from school, you see a million Padres hats. I saw somebody in San Francisco.
That never happened when I was a kid.
There was
Did
you guys see the teacher from San Francisco? She posted something. It was like an elementary school teacher, and she said, "This is crazy. We're in San Francisco. You know, the rivals of the Dodgers." She goes, "Every kid wears a Dodger hat in my class. We have to do something about this." And I thought to myself, I go, "Yeah, I don't see that. I go to pick up my kids every day at school. You might see a couple here and there, but every kid is usually rocking the old City Connect, the new City Connect, or brown and yellow every day."
I will say that the Dodgers fans down here, the ones that will wear their Dodger gear, I don't think are as bad as the regular Dodgers fans up in LA.
No.
I think they're actually like longtime fans that care about their team, and they just could not be swayed, even though everyone's having so much fun being Padres fans down there. They're like, no, I'm going to stay loyal to my Dodgers. It's different than their actual fan base, which, you know, a lot of them wear the gear, as you say, just to wear the gear because that's what they do, but they couldn't tell you a thing about the team. The ones down here, I think, can tell you usually something about the Dodgers, and they're not just jumping on the bandwagon. At least that's been my experience.
Yeah, no question. And Taylor's got little friends that are Dodger fans, and Taylor cosplays as a Dodger fan to get under his dad's and brother's skin all the time. All the time he does it. Like a true little troll. Yeah, he's like, "Go Dodgers." I'm like, "Are you out of your mind? Like, what's your problem? Like, you're 5 years old. You're already this way?" He does it all the time, but he's just a little troll. Somebody said, when I played Little League, we didn't have Major League Baseball teams. We had shops and businesses as sponsors. We had to wear their gear.
We had the sponsor on the back for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. My first team,
Please Lock and Safe and different. I remember that one.
Really?
That was a famous one. Yeah, there's always a Lee's Lock and Safe team in our little league in North Carolina. I think it still exists.
That's
actually.
So good.
Yeah,
Hannah does both teams. So Caro Realty Group on the back. What was I going to say? The first team I ever played on, I was 10 years old before I ever got to sign up for Little League. It was the Cobras, and it was badass. Except on my kids. We wore the round hats, remember the Pirates round hat, but it had a cobra on it. Huh. But it was my very first baseball hat was a round. What do you call those? Like
I know what you're. Yeah,
it was like Dave Parker with the Pirates.
Yeah, like the train conductor hat.
Yes, and I was like, "What? This is
stovepipe, almost baseball cap."
Little, you know what I'm talking about. You guys know the round hat.
Yes.
And I had to wear it, but we had a big cobra on our thing. I'll never forget it.
I really want to see a picture of you in one of those.
I don't know. I got to dig for one of those. But it's as bad as it gets. But anyway, we got some real baseball to talk about today, too. A couple of interesting talkers from the world of baseball as well.
For sure. I got one more show this week tomorrow, and then I'm taking off Thursday and Friday doing my annual member guest golf tournament with my buddy in Henderson, which means flying out after the show tomorrow. Have to check in, but do I have to anymore? I'm doing the Southwest, but they have assigned seating now, so I don't have to do the old
get your
exactly
ABCD.
24 hours to get. This is the first time I've done it since they've changed over. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. I don't have to be there.
Check in.
I still have to check in, but you don't have to be waiting on the tick of 24 hours before your flight starts. Which I'm probably the only person who actually enjoyed that game. Like,
I did not.
I've set my alarm. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
And you still get D.
Check in. Oh, what did I get? B7. How did so many people beat me before that?
I've never gotten anything better than a C.
Really?
In college or in for Southwest. But terrible. That's nice that you're flying. I'm glad that you fly this time.
Yeah, I'm flying this time.
Hope you don't get violent diarrhea and vomit like last time.
Thank you.
You know,
the odds are in my favor.
Okay. I mean, if you say so.
Got through it once. Shouldn't have to go through it again.
I'm real worried about you after that last trip.
Yeah.
I like to think that you went on a huge bender, and that's what happened when you were out in Vegas. But
that is generally.
It turns out it was from
the reason for Vegas.
Yeah.
But
it turns out it was like bad escargot or something at the country club. So. But yeah, we're going to miss you Thursday and Friday.
I know.
I hate hosting by myself.
I
hate it.
I know. We're already trying to figure out how to make the job a little bit easier for you while I'm gone.
Well, there's all these liners and stuff to read.
I know.
And I said to Ben and Paul before the show, I go, hope Adam enjoys these liners the next couple days because it all stops on Thursday and Friday when I'm in here. I never read them. I forget.
We got like 3 or 4 an hour.
Yeah, there's no Paulie
that people are paying.
I'm telling you, there's no way.
That's the actual job part of the job is reading the liners.
No, the job is to entertain. The job is to entertain.
Yes, but if you just entertain and
you know what's not entertaining? Liners.
We didn't do any commercials or liners, none of us would have employment.
Well, I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But I said, Paulie, I'm never going to remember. If you want to be liner boy, you can. You can liner it up while
I want
while
to be liner boy.
Who does? Who does?
I don't know, maybe Woods from Ben and Woods will read the liners.
I'll be entertaining people. That's what my job is to do. So anyway,
I got a few ideas.
All right, well, let's get started. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how.
There's one.
It is Ben and Woods. We'll set the menu and get you going as the Padres return to action against the Colorado Rockies later today. That is coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, let me tell you about my friends at Trajan Wealth. I did not realize when they first kind of started telling me what Trajan Wealth was all about, I had an old job with an old 401k. And I thought, well, it's sitting there, but it's still like, it's earning money. I get statements every few months and it seems like it's doing okay. I did not realize that those old 401ks, you're often paying much higher fees than you need to, and you don't have to be. Trajan Wealth will help. They take a different approach to retirement. It's TRAJAN Wealth.com. They'll review all of your 401ks, your investments, and get you on track to be able to retire here in San Diego with realistic options that align with your goals and circumstances, not just generic formulas that may work in Pittsburgh or Kansas City, but not here in San Diego. Specific to San Diego, offices in Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, so they're local and they know what it's all about with all the rising healthcare costs, inflation. They factor it all in to get you on the right plan for retirement. So if you've been wondering if your plan truly fits your life, might be time to take a second look. Call 619-367-0207. Again, 619-367-0207. You can also explore your options at TRAJANwealth.com. That's TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ideas in the chat, Benjamin, for when you're out. And yeah, it's probably a little too late to execute it now. But he said, what about auctioning off Ben's seat for charity? And it's not a bad idea. You know, come in and if you've ever wanted to do sports radio, many of you out there.
Like invite them in, not just give them Ben's seat.
Oh, just take his seat home?
Like we sell Ben's seat.
Sell Ben's stuff.
For like $20.
No, you could come in and co-host the show with us. And it would be, and for the day, it would be Jimmy and Woods or
feel like you're
Katie
devaluing what I do then.
Well, I think anybody
who just
I think anybody can do this, right?
He can just come in and
well, I mean, this is what I've heard over the years.
They do.
I bet I've heard this over the years that anybody can do this. Everybody can do this gig. It's just talking. You're just talking. You're just talking to your friends. Be a decent bit, unless it wasn't. I mean, I would ask this: if you bid and you won, we've done something like that before. We've had people come in and co-host for a day, but it was with all of us. But to actually sit in Ben's chair and make you do I would fully force you to do the liners. Just know that going in.
So I'm curious. Now, this is just because now I'm wondering, because you're very good at what you do.
Thank you.
Entertaining
So are you.
Storytellers.
So are you.
Thank you. But how did you get by? Because it does feel like you're completely underwater when it comes to
I'm a wreck.
This part of the job.
Oh, there's nobody worse.
Like, and I do have to think about it every
nobody
day.
worse.
Where am I going to drop it in? Like right now is a good time to give David P. Shapiro some
All right,
love.
let me
go ahead. Dark yellow near the top of the page.
See, that's the problem. I don't even know where it is.
Hourly liner. Go for the David P. Shapiro here.
This hour of Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain their control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Grade that as a 7 out of 10 on the PSA,
on the PSA scale.
Which, yeah, that's fine. You can read out loud. You don't have a problem with it. The trick is
seamless.
And remembering the
do
number of times, because that one I'm supposed to do every hour because it's an hourly read. And you'll do one and then you'll just forget about the rest of them when I'm not here.
Yeah, I'll do one.
And then you're like, okay, we're good, right? No, you're not good.
Adam just gets so mad when you're gone. He's like, he never reads the liners. Poor Paulie is like trying to jam 4 liners in at the end. There's people's brain that are wired that way. And then there are people's brain that aren't wired that way. Now, when I was next door and I was a DJ, that's all I did was read liners. I mean, that's
what I thought.
Well,
so
but that's the
like
only
that's
like the only content I was allowed to read and play fart noises over songs, and that was frowned
you weren't
upon.
allowed to do either,
right? So my ability to go in and be dynamic, I got 10 seconds to be like. And it's why you hear when you're listening to music radio these days, it'll come on over the intro of Hard to Handle and be like, crazy new burger coming out of McDonald's. It's nuts. You'll never believe it. All right, here's Hard to Handle. And that's it. All right, guys, it's Woodsy. Happy Tuesday to you out there. This hour brought to you by David P. Shapiro, Criminal Law. That's the liner again. .com. Here's Matthew Sweet, his girlfriend. I missed the post and everything. It's a wreck.
It's all right. We just threw that at you there.
But there's a bit of an art to it as well. For instance, we have a sponsor for our fan hotline, but we don't have guests. Yes, we do. We don't have guests every single hour. Really? You don't.
You think it would be in a more prominent
green?
Yeah, you mean like bold and highlighted at the top?
Green.
Bill Howe?
No, I'm sorry.
That's in green.
Red. Sorry, red.
See? All right, there it is.
Sorry.
SDCCU fan hotline brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It's better. Like, when does that go in?
See, that's the thing. If you just jump in, it makes no sense. But if I tell you, for instance, it's an Incorporator Tuesday, Jesse Agler will join us coming up at 8:35 on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It's better.
This is why you're a legend.
You can kind of seamlessly weave in the sponsor reads to the show.
It's very janky when I do it. I'm not coming in Thursday or Friday, so tell Adam he needs to find somebody else. Now I'm a nervous wreck about all of it.
Guess what? We're good to go now on all the liners for the 6 o'clock hour.
Good,
but we'll have a whole nother 3 hours of the program coming up. We will talk some Padres baseball. We will also give away some more Padres Cubs tickets. We did it later in the show yesterday. Let's do it earlier in the show. So I'm going to try to remember before the top of the hour here, tickets to the Padres Cubs game. It's the giveaway, by the way. We have one in studio, the beanie, the waffle beanie, perfect for night games.
Put it on.
Can you take it out while I read?
Show us the
perfect for night games,
palm.
ballpark photo ops. Tickets available at padres.com/tickets. This is for the April 28th game.
Between
Padres Cubs.
Between that and the puffer vest, Encinitas is about to go real hard with the beanie and the puffer vest. I've never thought I'd see a hat that looked worse than the other ones.
Really? Even
that
this
one.
Even this hat doesn't work on me. No,
Oh boy.
no hats work on Ben's head. Even
I would take that off, actually.
Even a
Take the
beanie.
palm off at least.
It's a removable palm.
Take that off. Just pop it. Oh, you don't just pop it off the top?
Oh, you just like
No,
pull it.
I think you just pull it.
No, you try. I think it's tied on there or something. You have to. I think you have to unknot it and then you can pull it.
Removable about that.
I think you have to untie it and then you
here
can
we go.
pop it off after you. Yes, because you don't want it just accidentally falling off, because then you lose the palm.
Now try it. All right, take the glasses off.
Now you
It's like
just,
a penis.
you're not. You do look like a.
You look like a pee-pee. You do. It looks like a little pee-pee head, dude.
You're not selling this to the
But it's
fan
not,
base.
it's not it. You.
It's
I'm
just
saying
me.
you.
It doesn't. No, mud doesn't look bad.
Mud looks fantastic.
It's just me.
You have a little pee-pee head. That's what you- Look at that. Look at it. It looks just like it.
You
Like
killed Paulie.
Look at it. Like a diseased penis is what it looks like right now. I'm begging you to take it off. Please take it off. Now, how do you put this thing back on?
You're gonna have to put the string back through the
through
two
it?
top
Yeah,
the
put it
holes
right-
at the top and
right
then
there
tie
on the
it.
tip.
Tie
Just the tip. Yes. This is weird because this has 2 holes at the top.
Well, there's 2 strings,
That's
right? So you can
weird.
tie it like shoelaces once you get it.
Oh,
I have a question.
God.
I have a question, a practical question. What would be your reasoning for ever taking the palm off? Is it just aesthetics, the way you like
so.
it?
I think
You
you
like
personal preference.
Yeah,
personal preference.
I mean,
there's not
a beanie with a palm is a little more.
I'm going skiing. No, I'm going skiing. Yeah.
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 And without a palm is a little more.
I live in Encinitas and it's 90 degrees, but I'm going to wear one anyway.
That's something like that. Yes.
Got it. Yeah. Well,
I mean, you don't see people like walking through the streets of Chicago in the winter wearing the palm on top, right?
sure,
you
do.
They do have the palm on.
Yeah.
It's
You
not,
see bro, you see full neoprene face mask like walking through the streets of Chicago when it's minus
like, but
14.
if you're like a businessman, but you're really cold,
was
would
the
you wear
worst
a
part.
palm that feels
So-
like it's got to go with your outfit, like just a solid beanie with no palm on top?
So
you want to be taken seriously by the lawyers you're going to meet.
It was the worst part of living there, walking to work every day, because it would be one. And you style your hair and you have your suit on, and you're like, I can't, and you're not going to wear earmuffs. So you would put a hat on, and you get to the office, you take the hat off, you're like, oh my God, I look like I just woke up. You're all disheveled and your hair's all over the place. But at least you were warm. But yeah, you couldn't do it. You couldn't walk without it. But no.
Is it the shape of my head that looks so?
Look at that. It looks like a wiener with a condom on.
Yeah,
Like the little reservoir at the top. I am dead. That is good. I love that you just model all of our stuff. Mutt looks great in it. He looks great in a beanie. There are beanie guys and there are not beanie guys. I am not a beanie guy.
Apparently, I'm not a beanie guy
Does
either.
being bald help?
Maybe being bald helps.
The hair kind of poofs it out a little too much.
Maybe.
Because it does look really good on Mud.
It does.
Like even the puffer and the hat, he looks really good.
I am so jealous of guys that can wear them and look cool in them. There's a couple dudes at school pickup where I'm like, and they're like snowboarders and surfers. They look amazing.
They wear them a lot in San Diego.
I look like you. I mean, that's it's not for us. It's okay.
We will have our regular features. Don't do this. Take on Woods at 8:20. Our roundel report in our 9:00 hour. But I know you are looking forward to what's coming up at 7:35 today.
Oh my God.
An annual feature. I believe Paulie said 7th time we've done this now. 7th time.
Sixth
time we've done it. Ben mocks the draft 2026. I'll give you my top 10 picks for the upcoming draft that in no way will actually predict where the players are going. I simply look at all the names and decide on some dad jokes that I throw in there, and they're usually pretty terrible.
If you were able to get one, you would be just like in line with everybody else.
That's a good point.
It's
like a
such a
mock
good
draft.
point.
Like
Mel Kiper Jr. does not get
4
90%
out of the top first round is a great mock draft percentage.
4 would be insane.
There's how many teams? 32?
32
picks.
teams.
32 teams. They get like 3 right.
Yeah.
Like 3 to 4.
And everyone
picks.
gets probably the first one right
Right,
because everyone
right.
has Fernando Mendoza. And then you get
Correct.
the second one wrong, and you're pretty much
You're
then
done.
Like,
done.
You're
you
absolutely
would think
done.
just by looking at least the top 10 and just looking at teams and their needs and who should be of it, like you would think that the number would be a little bit higher. But these guys, whether a trade happens and just throws
It's
everything,
just once
for
you're
a
wrong on
curveball.
one, well, that means whoever you pick there,
Dominoes,
you're
yeah.
automatically
Right.
wrong on the other, and it's just a wrong, like falling like dominoes of wrong predictions all the way through the rest of the draft.
And the funny thing is there are guys, and Daniel Jeremiah is like one of my favorites. He's one of the few guys I can even stand to hear talk about football, and I think he's so brilliant, and he's a huge Padres fan as well. We've asked him before, what's it look like? He's like, dude, it's thousands of hours. It's like thousands of hours go into covering and watching film and tape and assessing what team needs who and when, and then it just all blows up. 1,000 hours of work down the drain because you weren't even close because some team decided to get cute and go, we actually don't need that. We're going to take this skilled wide receiver at number 2 instead of the offensive lineman that everybody knows we need. And there's 1,000 hours of work down the drain. I mean, and it can go just like that.
And you're really not affecting anything by the work you're doing.
Right.
You are simply entertaining and informing
Correct.
football fans who just have this insatiable
this desire
need to somehow beforehand think that they know what's coming when you don't really.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have zero pre-draft coverage at all. And then the draft arrives and everyone can just watch and say,
assess.
Here's who I got. Let's see. Tell me about the new player that we got. But instead we have this now months of coverage that is almost entirely pointless when you actually get to the day because it doesn't affect anything that happens after the day of the draft.
Do you guys think, and what guys weigh in on the chat too, if you're a GM of a football, if you're Les Snead, right? If you're the GM of a football team, you're listening to what Daniel Jeremiah says. You're listening to what Mel Kiper says, right? There's some effect there of let's see what these guys need. Now, if you're AJ Preller, right? I guarantee you AJ Preller's not let's see who Baseball America thinks I should take, right? I just feel like it's different in baseball and football and basketball.
I think you want as much information as possible, and you will look and see, I wonder what their reasoning is, and you'll have your own evaluation of every player to be sure. Some you may like more, some you may like less than what their evaluation is in the media. But I would want to know, first of all, what everyone kind of thinks. Maybe I missed something. Why are they so high on this guy? Maybe I missed something. You can go back and look. The other is there's a public relations aspect to it. And if everyone is saying, this is the guy, you've got to take this guy, you better at least have a good reason when you don't take them. Be ready knowing that everyone said and predicted you were going to take so-and-so. You better be able to explain why you didn't if that's the case. So you need to be aware of what people are in the media saying in your draft predictions if that's the case.
My favorite is when you get all charged up as a fan base because of all the arrows are pointing to this running back or this tight end or whatever, and then they do something completely different and you're immediately furious. You're immediately furious because you're like, I was sold on we needed an offensive lineman and you guys go out and take a wide receiver, and now you're furious that they went against your wishes, what has been drilled into your head for the last 6 months of what you need. I tend to think that a lot of the coaches and people involved, they have a better sense of what they need, but it doesn't always work out, as we've seen many, many times. But I have an interest in the draft. I do, the real draft, and of course your mock draft. I'm very excited for the baseball draft this year.
Mock draft coming up in just about 45 minutes, but we will talk some baseball here. Let's check traffic. Padres back in action tonight, and then we had some baseball last night as well. We can get into all of that coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego eastbound on the 94, a sluggish spot before Euclid Avenue. Crews continue to sort out this earlier crash from the 4 o'clock hour involving multiple cars.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
So there's a new bit, apparently, when you're facing the San Diego Padres. It is, don't let them know who's going to be pitching that game until the last second possible. We've seen it twice already where the Angels flipped the morning of the game. The Rockies did it with Kyle Freeland. Maybe it was injuries. I don't think the Angels, it was an injury because Reed Detmers did pitch yesterday, so they just moved him last minute.
Yeah, matchups and stuff like that.
Today, the Rockies just aren't bothering announcing anybody. It's still TBA as far as I've seen in terms of who's starting for Colorado in Game 1 of the series at Coors Field. We do know Randy Vasquez is scheduled to start for the San Diego Padres. 5:40 first pitch, 4:40 Eco Water SoCal pregame show with Sam Levitt. Padres, of course, swept the Colorado Rockies 4 straight, looking to continue that run of success that really did. I know Woods doesn't believe it, but started last season when they went 10-3. So they're 14-3 against the Rockies since the start of last season.
No, I don't think any of that happened last year. I need to see a little bit more concrete. I'm taking you at your word here, and you're a pretty smart guy, but you're also a known liar and turd polisher. Right. So I think
I can polish, but I can't change records of things.
I still don't believe it. Something's fishy here, Ben, with that record. I do think that analyzing a Padres Rockies series at Coors Field is a bit like the NFL draft conversation we just had. It is literally you just grip and rip and hope and pray that you get out unscathed, and you will be scathed. You can scathe them more than they scathe you.
I would like to see the Padres in this week of high altitude games. They can get crazy, and I don't like that style of baseball in general. But with 5 games at over a mile high of altitude in Colorado and Mexico City, got to start putting some balls over the fences. Did you know the Padres, I went back, last 6 games, they're 5-1. They've hit 1 home run. Xander Bogaerts, 1 home run. It was in the comeback win over the Mariners, and that was those were the early runs. I think he hit it in the 6th or 7th inning, but they had to still score 5 in the 9th to win. Those didn't come on home runs either. The Padres, just like last year, are having a real problem getting the ball out of the park, and other teams are not. Like the Dodgers last night. Hey, they had 2 guys hit multiple home runs in Coors Field, Max Muncy and Dalton Rushing. Both had multi-home run games as the Dodgers ended up splitting their 4-game series with a 12-3 win. But you see these big home run numbers all over the place, and the Padres don't even have anyone with 5 yet.
It is lean
this season.
It's as lean as it can be, guys. The which is so important to stack these wins right now. You're going to need them because the offense again. They're better. I did see a stat yesterday talking about how they are again. I know people hate saying this. Ben just said you can't argue with the numbers. The numbers are the numbers. They are again the top 5 unluckiest teams by weighted on-base average. The Cincinnati Reds are number 1. The San Diego Padres are number 2. The Mets are 3rd. The Mariners are 4th. The Tigers are 5th. But when you look at the power numbers, the raw power numbers, Benny, we got 17 home runs, man. We are 1 ahead of the Marlins, 1 ahead of the Mets, 4 ahead of the Red Sox, and 5 ahead of the San Francisco Giants, who are also not hitting the ball out of the ballpark at all. But 17 home runs right now. Fernando has 0. Manny has 2. Jackson has how many? 2?
3.
3.
Who's our leader?
Has
4. Well, I think that's the leader. I mean, think of that. Padres leader is 4. Dalton Rushing, who's the backup catcher for the Dodgers, has only played in 8 games all season. He has 7.
Good Lord. Something's fishy again.
It's a weapon. It's a weapon that other teams, including the Dodgers, have.
It's a weapon
that the Padres don't seem to have, at least early in the season.
It's a weapon that the Minnesota Twins have. You know what I mean? They're at 26 home runs. The Pirates are at 26 home runs. The Angels are at 34 home runs. The Dodgers are running away with the team home run crown with 42 right now, which is, stands to reason. But, it's tough.
Got some streaking teams in baseball. The Cubs won their 6th straight. Old friend Colin Ray has been pitching pretty well. Pitched him to a 5-1 win over the Phillies yesterday. The Phillies streaking the wrong way. They've lost 6 in a row, and that's among the worst teams in the National League. Shocker early in the season. The Braves continue to win. They've won 6 in a row. They topped the Washington Nationals 9-4 after their disappointing year last year. They seem to. No one was happier to be 0-0 again than the Braves, like the Padres in 2024. After 2023, it's like, just get us back to 0-0 and let us start over. The Braves seem to have embraced that.
They're red hot
early this season. They've been playing really well.
And that's a team, too, that so many had buried on opening day because of like 4 starters on the IL. But guys like Chris Sale, who continues to get it done at his age, have dominated for them. They're without Strider as well, I believe. I mean, they're missing some big pieces.
And playing well still. The Reds have won 4 in a row. They're among the top teams in the National League. They beat the Rays 6-1, and then he had some streaks snapped. The Astros snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 9-2 win over the Guardians. The Cardinals had their 5-game winning streak snapped, losing to the Marlins 5-3. Former Padre Dylan Cease, another 12 strikeouts. He's the only pitcher in baseball with a 12 strikeout game. He's done it twice already, but this was very Dylan Cease. 5 innings, 110 pitches, and they had to take him out. But
how many walked? Did he walk?
He walked 2. But just deep counts, when you're a lot of strikeouts.
You're a strikeout guy. I mean, you're 12 Ks. That's a lot of pitches.
It's fine if you hold on to win with your bullpen, and they did 5-2 over the Angels. The Blue Jays playing in Anaheim last night. Orioles beat the Royals 7-5 in 12 innings. That was interesting. That was a 1-0 game going into the ninth. Ended up 7-5, and the Orioles hit a grand slam in the 12th inning to win at the latest grand slam. Leody Taveras capped a 5-run inning in the 12th as they won 7-5. And the A's rallied back to beat the Mariners 6-4, getting 3 solo home runs after falling behind 3-0. So a little early whipper. And the Red Sox won their Patriots Day game. We had early baseball yesterday. We didn't even notice. Beat the Tigers 8-6, although Sonny Gray had to leave the game.
He's on the
with
IL.
a tight hamstring and is headed to the IL. We've got, of course, more injury news coming up involving a team up to the north in Los Angeles that plays at Uniqlo Field.
How will they manage?
We will get to that coming up in hour number 2. First, though, as I promised, I want to give away those Padres Cubs tickets. If you, too, want to look like I do in a beanie, you can win some tickets right now. Be the 5th caller at 833-288-0973. Tickets to the Padres Cubs Waffle Beanie giveaway night on April 28th for the first 40,000 fans at Petco Park. 833-288-0973. Give away those beanies and tickets to a lucky Tier 1 right now.
Looks good on you, though.
Apparently not.
Hope that still shot lives forever.
I am starting to develop a headwear complex. Like, I go into my closet and I pull one out and I go, how bad is this going to look on me? Like, which one is
By
just
the way, you're justified
I know.
in that. I mean, we just talked yesterday about how a friend should be honest, right?
But like, if I'm playing golf, I have to wear a hat. I need shade in my eyes.
How about a visor?
All right, we'll come back with some injury news in baseball and the NL West and more coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan. For most teams, could be devastating news that cripples their entire season. To the Dodgers, it's probably a shrug and move on. Welcome back.
Exactly right.
Hour number 2, Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. The announcement yesterday that not only was Edwin Diaz, their new closer, going on the injured list, but going to need surgery to remove loose bodies from his elbow.
Loose bodies?
Loose bodies from his
cannabis
from his elbow. Everyone have a good 420 yesterday, by
Fantastic. Celebrated so hard.
Going to be out. Going to be out for months. Marks 2 years in a row that the Padres or the Dodgers have spent big on a closer.
God,
it's not worked out. Tanner Scott last year.
He's better this year.
He's better this year now, but he was not good at all last year. And now Edwin Diaz, in 10 appearances, has struggled badly, and maybe we're finding out why. 10.50 ERA in 7 appearances after signing a 3-year, $69 million contract in the offseason to, quote-unquote, fix the Dodgers' back end, the bullpen issues.
Well, yeah, they didn't want to have to go to Yamamoto to get saves and all their starters to go get saves in the World Series. And so, yeah, Friedman, again, like, it's different because you can spend, I think they spent 70 something on Tanner and 60 something, almost 70 on Diaz. Guys, it's $140 million. Like any other team they're done.
Yeah.
They're done for.
It's the biggest advantage the Dodgers have over every other team in baseball, even over the Mets, who can spend, but they don't have the depth that the Dodgers do. They have not spent well enough. They don't have the depth to overcome injuries and mistakes. The Dodgers are the only team that seemingly has no bottom when it comes to overcoming bad signings, injuries, poor play, whatever reason one of their players doesn't do well. They always can seemingly overcome that because of their insane depth. And part of it, of course, is their money. And part of it is that they've been smart about, they're drafting and developing players. And so they have, whether it's expensive players or cheap players, they always have someone ready to fill in for the next guy.
Yeah, the not being forced to trade your prospects, when you don't have to trade your prospects, you can just spend oodles and oodles of money. That helps. That helps tremendously. We've had to give up some major prospects to get some guys, and it's usually trades or rentals or whatever, but and the Padres have spent money, don't get me wrong. But when you don't have to trade, your top guys to go out and get that arm that you need. And again, this will work out perfectly for him. Now he doesn't have to pitch meaningless games in May, June, and July for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Bro, take your time. Go with Blake Snell. Go to Stagecoach this weekend. Have a ball. And we'll see you, we'll see you in July or August when we are gearing up for the season.
And the Dodgers have been hit pretty hard. I mean, Mookie Betts is on the injured list. Freddie Freeman just went on the paternity list.
Yeah, haven't missed a beat.
And they lost 2 to the Rockies, but
they split a series in Coors Field.
Nothing that you have to really panic about if you're a Dodgers fan.
Right.
So they keep going. So that's the advantage they have. The other advantage the Dodgers have.
This was interesting.
Is another manager in Major League Baseball called it out, and we've talked about this before. We've heard other players, teams in Major League Baseball call this out before, but yesterday Cubs manager Craig Counsell spoke out on the subject of Shohei Ohtani's ability to be the two-way player that gives the Dodgers an extra member of their pitching staff. Because he is a two-way player, he doesn't count toward the 13 pitcher maximum that every other team has to abide by, which means the Dodgers essentially have 14 pitchers on their roster, and every other team has 13. And I understand why Craig Counsell and other players and people in baseball are upset about this. It's a real advantage. I think maybe you look at it and go, I mean, what's the difference? The last pitcher on your probably not that great. The last pitcher in your bullpen,
it's pretty good. I mean,
and they're all big leaguers, but it's not so much like that 14th guy is going to be coming in a tie game and extra innings. It's more for the games that get away. There are so many games that aren't competitive at the end. In the last couple innings, hey, we're up by 7. Even the Dodgers have a clunker every now and then where you're down by a bunch. To not have to torch your bullpen and to be able to keep your higher leverage arms or even your middle leverage arms fresh for the next day, because we have an extra pitcher that we can just throw in those circumstances, that will win you a couple of extra games over the course of the year, not having to be as hard on your bullpen as other teams are with just 13 pitchers available. That is a real advantage for the Los Angeles Dodgers, but it's one that my co-host Stephen Woods, as much as you dislike the Dodgers, doesn't necessarily think is an unfair one for LA.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Craig Counsell's been in the league a long time. This is not a new rule for him. They've had this rule for Shohei Ohtani.
Had it when he was on the Angels as well.
Same thing.
They only went to the 13 pitcher rule a few years ago, so it's not been in effect for that long, but it has been in effect.
I mean, the interesting one for me is how the other day we talked about when they were playing the Mets. Dave Roberts said, "You know what? Just go pitch. We're not going to have you hit today. It's the Mets. We don't need you. We're good. Just go pitch." My question to you is, let's say Shohei, and let's say they do that more, and I think that they will. I suspect that they will say, "You're really an elite level pitcher. Go out and pitch. Give us 5 innings and whatever." What if they get to the 7th inning? Shohei goes 5, and he's not hitting that day. So Shohei goes 5, does his outing, goes and sits on the bench. Tie ball game in the 8th. Can Dave Roberts go, grab a bat, go pinch hit for rushing here?
I mean, my initial reaction was, of course not. He's already prepared in the game and left. But
now that would be an advantage. That is an advantage.
I don't know. I mean, if you're truly a separate player, as they're classifying him, basically, Shohei the pitcher is different than Shohei the hitter, and he can stay in as a DH when he's taken out.
He absolutely can.
Pitcher, but could he go in as a DH or a pinch hitter after pitching if he didn't start the game?
Yeah, I
don't think he can, but I don't know that they have clarified that.
I say we stop talking about it and don't give him any ideas.
Right. Oh, trust me, they've thought about it. And probably if they could do it, well, they've only not done both once, and that was against the Mets. So, but yeah, you never know. People are saying he wouldn't be able to. I wonder.
I mean, the
why.
rules of baseball would generally make you think that any player who's been in a game cannot re-enter the game in a different capacity. If you started
player
at first base and they pinch hit for you in the 6th inning, you couldn't come in and pitch later in the game, right?
Right.
So it would hold the reason that the opposite also would be true if you started pitching. Like if it's not Shohei Ohtani, let's say, I don't know, Joe Musgrove comes back. He wants to hit. He pitched. He started the game. You couldn't use him as a pinch hitter in extra innings later, right?
But he's not designated a two-way player.
Right.
Shohei is. There's a special rule in place for him to be a two-way player. And Dave Roberts.
Is it written that he has to start the game as DH for this to maybe be implemented? It's an interesting question, actually, but can't imagine that would be allowed.
Yeah, it's interesting. Hunter says they would not take the bat out of his hands. Meaning Major League Baseball, they'd probably love it if Shohei could pitch 5 and then come in and hit from the 6th inning on. That would be a real advantage. That's a huge advantage.
Now, you are bothered.
I was talking about the Dodgers.
You are bothered, though, by the other modification that Shohei Ohtani gets when he pitches.
So that's if you're going to bitch about the rules that he gets, bitch about the one that gives him extra time. Like, bro, no. Like, we have all these. We never had these clocks in place before where there was this rush to get to the plate and this rush to deliver the pitch. Those didn't exist. So, yeah, when Randy Jones would hit, he could take a little bit more time because there wasn't this clock where, all right, Randy, you got to get up here. No, I just got done throwing 12 pitches and I got to get my batting gloves and my helmet on. They have those rules are in place now. So now that's the rule that I'd be like, and you saw the Blue Jays kind of griping about it a little bit. That's the one where I'm like, no. You guys wanted this. You better stick to the same rules that every other player has. And that's a certain amount of time before you get up to the plate and be ready to hit.
Logical Ben understands you don't want to. You've got a generationally popular player, and you don't want to not be able to see him play if you're Major League Baseball because of your rules. So I do understand that. However, the Dodgers, one of your big problems that you were trying to address in the CBA is your lack of parity, specifically with one team in the rest of baseball. And you are creating now rules that are even widening that gap more, rather than what you're talking about is, hey, we need more salary cap or luxury tax rules that even things out, that bring the Dodgers back toward the pack a little bit. No, instead, you're creating rules that give them even more separation from everybody else. Because as Dave Roberts countered, as he always does, you can go find a two-way player yourself like we did. That's funny, Dave. They don't exist. You have the only one. Probably the only one that will ever exist in the history of baseball in any meaningful way. That, there's not going to be another Shohei Ohtani that does this. I cannot see it happening. So you have the only one. So when you say, you're absolutely free to use the rules the way we do,
which is true. He's right.
But it's also just, it's not feasible because there is no other player to get. You just lend Shohei Ohtani out to every team, gets him for 2 weeks out of the season.
They're there. They're out there. There's guys
two-way
they're there.
Players.
100%. But when they get to the big leagues, they're like, it's a totally different sport.
Sure.
Travis Hunter, how long did that experiment last? 1 season. They're like, never mind. You're going to be a cornerback now, buddy. Sorry. Listen, they're there. There's guys that can pitch and can rake. The list of those guys is long, but what team is going to go, I'm going to do that. I'm going to invest in that guy. And he's a freak. He's a unicorn.
All right. So would it be of value in declaring someone as a two-way player as opposed to just a position player to pitch? Because there are only,
but you have to pitch them a certain number of innings. That's the rule.
Is that the rule too? There's a minimum number of innings they need to pitch.
Otherwise, you just designate like 3 guys as two-way players and have 16.
And then you could get around the position player pitching rules. So they already thought of that one.
Mm-hmm. God, they're good.
They're good.
Bend over backwards for that squad. But I get it. I totally get Dave's perspective. I think Counsell, I think he's wearing it a little bit for this, and I think he probably should. Because it's always been the rule for him. He's a very unique player, the most unique player. But I do wonder what kind of other strategies they could employ. I did find it really interesting that they sat him for hitting and just say, "I want you to focus on your pitching today." It'd be interesting to see too if they ever thought of using him somewhere else. Like when he didn't pitch, because he played some outfield when he first got up. They don't do that anymore. It's a DH or pitch. That's it.
I mean, that could be just to keep him healthy when you're using him so much. Just adding the wear and tear of them playing the field doesn't make a lot of sense if you're the Dodgers.
So I think,
but I mean, unlike that, now that's a disadvantage for the Dodgers because they never play him in the field.
Right.
They don't get to get Mookie a day off of his feet, Freddie a day off his feet, but keep him in the lineup as a designated hitter.
He's the DH.
So
you'd be a fool. I mean, you'd be a fool to not DH Shohei Ohtani. But I think they're going to be just fine.
All right, let's take a time out. When we come back, I'm not doing this to try to worry Padres fans.
You worried me a little bit.
But I do have to bring it up. There is an owner in the National Basketball Association who just paid over $4 billion for his team and seems to be completely cheaping out on everything else.
Oh, God. So this is a cautionary tale.
It's a cautionary tale. I'm just going to point it out because it feels like a real DDT, and we can talk about it coming up next.
So you thought you would just come in, just go to the bathroom all over everything, and then leave town tomorrow.
This is you want to trade while we're
This is an early message to Jose E. Feliciano. Don't be this guy from the NBA. Please don't be this guy.
Yeah, it's our plea.
That'll be coming up next with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, SDFatLoss.com wants to get you in a new body for the summer. And when I say a new body, I mean like totally different shape. I am a totally different shape than I used to be before SDFatLoss.com when I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. And I know that sounds like a lot because it is. In 2 months' time, I mean, you'd be happy, right? Like losing 40 pounds in a year. You do it in 2 months, you get it done, and it's possible. I love eating, and I was able to get through the program eating foods I like, regular stuff from the grocery store, a lot of chicken, some fish, some steak occasionally, vegetables of my choosing that I like. Yeah, you have to be disciplined, but they will help you through that. They will coach you what to eat, and you can lose weight fast, up to a pound of fat per day, 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days without the injections that are expensive. that can cost you muscle, that can lower your metabolism, and you're not going to be able to get off of them. SDFatLoss.com is the sustainable way to lose weight. Sign up for a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. And when you sign up for the program now, great time to do it. Get $200 off during their spring special. And by the time the weather really gets nice and warm in San Diego in July and August, you will be ready for the beach, ready for the pool, thanks to SDFatLoss.com. It's the program I used. It's the one you should use as well. So many tier ones have done it. SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
It's an Incorporator Tuesday. Jesse Agler will join us in just over an hour on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it is better. First, though, it's time for Don't Do This and the cautionary tale. And this, again, no reason to think this is coming for your San Diego Padres, but it's definitely worth talking about and pointing out in this DDT segment. This is the tale of new Portland Trailblazers owner Tom Dundon, who bought the team, I think it was a little over a year ago, for $4.25 billion. All right. Guys got plenty of money, made a lot of money in the subprime auto loan business.
Got it.
And apparently one of the first things he did when he came in with all this money, guys got billions and billions of dollars of net worth, said to his staff and his front office, why are we wasting so much money? Let's do this better and smarter. We don't need to be wasting so much money, which has led to some changes with the Portland Trailblazers that coaches and players and staffers aren't that happy about. For instance, the Portland Trailblazers are the only team that do not travel their two-way players in the playoffs. Guys who have been on the team all year, not eligible to play in the postseason, but they were major contributors to the team during the year. So every other team says, hey, we're going to have you with us. You've been a big part of it. You're not currently on our roster. You're going to sit on the bench with us, be part of the team. They don't. It's to save on the hotel and food costs for the players. But they go much further. I mean, they also don't travel staffers. Their award-winning team photographer, digital reporter, not traveling for their first-round playoff series. But it gets even more gnarly. Tiago Splitter, who's the interim coach of the Blazers, took over after the Chauncey Billups gambling scandal and done a good job. I mean, the Blazers with no Damian Lillard have made the playoffs here. They had a good season, but he still has to worry about things like, where is the team masseuse going to give his players treatment during the day? If they're in a road series, and let's say they've got a game that night in, I don't know, Oklahoma City. So they're whatever at the Hyatt in Oklahoma City, but they fly out right after the game. Checkout time's still noon or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The owner says, no, we're not paying for an extra room for a day. You all have to check out by noon, which means they end up having to mill around the lobby until 3 or 4 when they bus to the arena. They don't have rooms anymore. So if a player wants a massage or something before the game in their room, they don't have a spot for him to do that anymore at the team
go buy
hotel.
A day pass or something.
Yeah, and they got to find like a spot for him and everything. It's like none of the other teams do this, but the Blazers do it under their new owner. And he also did the same thing when he bought the Carolina Hurricanes in the NHL in 2017, cut back on team broadcasters, things that he considered superfluous, unnecessary travel costs that they can cut, kind of nickel and dime their way through a professional sports season.
That's the nightmare for any fan that gets a new, it's the cautionary tale. We asked Dennis Lynn about it yesterday. What potentially could be the negative? You would hate for somebody to come in and do things like this, like canceling free T-shirts for fans for Game 3 to reduce costs.
Good God.
This it was particularly tough to take for longtime members of the Blazers organization. They used to be owned by Paul Allen before he died. So much money, and he treated his players spectacularly well. Like when they would show up to games in their cars, they would always be detailed. Like when they got after the game was over, like the cars would get detailed every night.
You come out and your car is
been detailed.
Like every single game. Like they always just had a staff ready to detail.
You imagine
every
going down to your
car
car in 3 hours from now, and it's just completely professionally detailed
every
single day.
Completely paid for by the organization. He'd have giant, lavish get-togethers on his big yacht, his like giant super yacht, food, drinks for players, staff, team. Treated the organization spectacularly well with his money, and now they have. I believe he's been nicknamed by Bill Simmons El Cheapo as their new owner of the Blazers.
And apparently, this is he's like, he doesn't care.
They didn't do the T-shirts for their first game. Like every other playoff team puts T-shirts for their fans so they can all put them on for the first game. They didn't do that.
Not doing it.
Extra cost.
They got rid of the free T-shirts for their playoff game.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear they got rid of the T-shirts?
Oh, did someone say that one already?
Yeah, I did. It's all right. Yeah, Carlos is right. At least I get free Band-Aids here. I do. I get Band-Aids, acetaminophen, eye wash in there.
Not free. Cintas
free to me.
Odyssey are paying for them.
Free to me.
No such thing as a free Band-Aid.
Now that's a perk. There's all kinds of ointments in there should you need one. All kinds of stuff. Glasses, cleaners. I mean, pretty well taken care of here at
uniforms and everything. It's really great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So Jose E. Feliciano, don't be El Cheapo.
Yeah, please don't do that.
I guess real quick, just because I wasn't expecting the Portland Trailblazers to be a topic on today's show. If anybody needs something to watch, I was thoroughly entertained last night on Netflix watching the new Untold episode on the Jailblazers era.
Love it.
The early 2000s, Rasheed Wallace, Damon Stoudemire.
Never seen an Untold that was bad.
100%.
Never one.
Even if you're like, I hate this
guy.
You're going to watch it and be like, I kind of learned a little bit there. It was really good, really fun. They had Rasheed Wallace in there kind of documenting the whole thing and talking, doing the interviews, and he was hilarious.
He's funny as hell. He was on Behind the Smoke, or what is it called?
All the Smoke.
All the Smoke. I never get it right. He's brilliant on it. So funny. All right, this is awful. This is an awful, awful story. Speaking of cautionary tales, the grandson of legendary Duke men's basketball head coach Mike Krzyzewski was charged with driving while impaired over the weekend. Also happened to collide and kill a 15-year-old boy that was riding an e-bike. And he is 26 years old. Joseph Savarino is his name. His life is probably officially over at this point. But yeah, killed a kid riding his bike. His blood alcohol content was 0.11 above the 0.08 legal limit. And he was bonded out, $100,000 bail, got his license revoked, and will now wait for trial. Just the saddest story ever. His parents, the 15-year-old, his name was Jack, said we're finding comfort in what was his last perfect day. He woke up, asked to go to confession at church, then played 2 baseball games with his high school team where he did what he always did, showed up fully and excelled at first base. Later, he went out on his usual afternoon bike ride with friends. Broke my heart.
Awful.
In 2.
Awful.
And now 2 families ruined. So take an Uber.
Finally, do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
Now, I will fully acknowledge this is not someone that we particularly like in general here in San Diego, but I thought I can be the bigger person.
Some people do.
Some people still do.
Yeah.
And I cannot deny that he has some sort of devil magic.
Devil voodoo.
That I do not understand. I will never understand. I'm talking about Austin Hedges. Who remains in Major League Baseball despite his complete inability to hit whatsoever. Signed another 1-year, $4 million deal with the Cleveland Guardians this offseason. Remember, he lucked his way into a World Series ring with the Texas Rangers a couple of years ago. And on Sunday, congratulations to Austin Hedges. Played in the game, scored the go-ahead run, and then afterwards on the field.
Of course, on the field. Of course,
proposed to his gorgeous girlfriend, Lexi Dickinson. She said yes. They're engaged, going to get married. And in the course of reading this story, though, she said yes. She had the whole thing on the scoreboard. Will you marry me? Had it all set up. He said, very nervous. I'm normally nervous for a game. I was extra nervous that day because I had it all planned. He said he had the ring all spring training. He didn't know when to do it. Finally,
let's do it at the game.
Finally did it. This stat, though, that from this story blew my mind. And he's actually having one of his 250, which is great for Austin Hedges.
Better than half our lineup.
2 RBI. 250, 2 RBI. He's having a phenomenal season at the plate.
Phenomenal.
The Cleveland Guardians are now, after losing last night, he was not in the starting lineup. They are 8-0 when Austin Hedges starts and 5-11, I think, when he doesn't. It's like crazy. He's got some sort of devil magic.
Good for him. There's no hate. Boogie says why the Hedges hate. Guys, living it up. Have a ball. He's great. Great. Loved watching him hit here. Loved it.
Good for Austin. Congratulations.
The bit master.
He's a bit master.
I think that's what bugged me about him. The video of him
watch any Guardians game like during the playoffs. He's behind the camera, or he's in the camera shot,
juggling
every single time.
The 140 batting average is what bothered me most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, good for him. She is very beautiful. They've been together for a long time. I did find it so funny that of course he did it at the game
because it's a bit. Of course he did. He's a bit master.
I think I should like him more. I'm a bit of a bit master myself.
True.
Thank you, Benny.
That is don't and do this for a Tuesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Speaking of bits, it's one of our annual traditions. I don't know if it's a good bit or
Oh
a
my
bad
God,
bit.
here we go.
But it is definitely a bit. Ben mocks the draft 2026 coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I know we've got Mock the Draft coming up here, but if it doesn't work out well, I've got more pasta talk ready for us at the top of the hour.
More?
Yesterday, we had a lot of pasta
talk.
talk.
Pasta talk.
In the second half of our program. We do like our carbs on this show.
Big time. And our protein.
Woods keeps
Always
trying
creamy,
to push protein on me.
Always creamy, never chalky. Please hit your protein goals every day. You need about 200 grams, okay? My guess is you get 12.
Woods over here trying to sell me an 8-ball of protein.
almost got me. I get no kickbacks for any of this. Telling you, I just worry about your protein goals.
Do a bump or two of protein, and
I worry.
I'll be okay.
I worry about your lack of
chicken. I eat protein. I don't take any supplements.
But you exercise.
I do every day.
Don't you want? Why do you hate maximizing what you have? This is what makes me insane. You're already doing the hard part. Do the easy part. Have a protein shake.
Because I look at you and you go down these roads, and they're never-ending roads. There's always another supplement. There's another.
It's just protein.
There's another pill. It's
just protein,
and it just stops there, and it doesn't go to the next thing and the next thing. I'm not going to be taking taurine or something next. I don't know where it ends, so I just don't go down that road.
You want what? What do you mean where it is? It's not. You're not going to be.
I eat protein. I'm not a vegan. I eat protein every day.
You don't eat enough. You don't have enough. It worries me about you.
Do I look feeble to you?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I feel like you're doing the hardest part, the exercise, the daily exercise. Crushing one of these is. What do you think you're going to do? Turning tricks for protein in the alley? If I can't get hooked on this stuff. Hey man, come here. It's $10
how
if you want to.
Advil affects me. Yes. I don't know how protein's going to affect me.
You know what it's going to do? It's going to make you smarter, bigger, and stronger. That's what it's going to do. Those muscles, they're going to build those. They need it. They feed off of it.
This hour on Better Woods is brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I always get nervous at this point because I don't know how you're going to receive and Paulie's going to receive the Mock the Draft.
It's not us I would worry about.
I know some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to love it.
It's going to be great. It's always
But remember, these are all actual
people
draft picks. Like they are all in mock drafts somewhere. Now, some may be fifth rounders that I move up into the top 10 because we're having fun with this, but none of these are made up names. These are all real people that will probably get drafted before Saturday.
I'm going to throw up.
And we will get to Mock the Draft 2026 right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Oh, I can look out the window and see what the 15 looks like, at least at this moment. If we don't
Alpine Spring Water.
There we go.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
The 2026 NFL Draft is now officially open.
Good old Roger Goodell, going to be taking his place at the podium officially on Thursday from Pittsburgh, PA. But our Mock the Draft is now underway. You ready to go?
Ready.
All right, let's get things started.
Oh, there he goes. The background. Got it.
With the first pick in the NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select
Genesis Smith, safety from Arizona. Las Vegas Raiders general manager says the team decided to go with a biblical approach to this year's draft. Quote, in the beginning, we take Genesis. Don't worry, it gets back. I just needed a jumping off point.
Yeah.
Just get us going.
All right. 9 more.
with the second pick in the NFL Draft, the New York Jets select
Rayshon Benny, defensive tackle from Michigan. Jets general manager Darren Muji says Rayshon brings a lot to the table. He's got electric boots, a mohair suit.
Oh, my God.
Benny's on the Jets.
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Fan-effing-tastic.
I really want that one to happen at some point now.
As do I.
I want Rayshon Benny to end up on the Jets.
That
Benny
would be
on the Jets.
That was really well done.
Thank you.
With the third pick in the NFL draft, the Arizona Cardinals select
Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver out of the University of Southern California. Arizona Cardinals GM Monty Ossenfort says, being realistic with his expectations, no one has taken more lemons in the history of the draft than we have, so I figured what's one more?
That was elite. Elite.
Those are Cardinals?
Cardinals, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They,
It hadn't been great.
like an orchard of lemons.
with the fourth pick in the NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans select
Michael Trigg, tight end from Baylor. Titans general manager Mike Borgonzi taking an analytical approach to the draft with Michael Trigg. Quote, figure that we could use a player who at least sounds like he understands complex mathematics. Yeah,
The way he said Michael Trigg, so elite.
As soon as I heard it, I'm like, I
Yep,
know
here we
exactly
go.
where
Yep.
you're
Yeah.
going with this
Yeah.
one. Very predictable.
with the fifth pick in the NFL draft, the New York Giants select
Gabe Jackass, edge rusher from Illinois. This is a quote from Giants general manager Joe Shane. Quote, another jackass will fit in perfectly with the team we've already assembled. When told the J is silent and it's actually pronounced Ackus, Shane said, sure it is.
God.
His name is Gabe Ackus.
But is really a J?
It's J-A-C-A-S.
Ass?
J-A-C-A-S.
Like Jackass?
Jackass, been a lot
it's
of big
Ackus,
games.
not Jackass, but the J is silent because I'm sure the family made the decision at some point. The J needs to be
You
silent.
think so?
Yeah.
Commissioner's at the podium.
with the sixth pick in the NFL draft, the Cleveland Browns select
Renee Conga, defensive end from Louisville. Browns GM Andrew Berry said something just came over him when he saw Renee's name on the board. Come on, shake your body, baby. Draft that Conga. We truly couldn't control ourselves any longer. Well, Miami Sound
I was
Machine
not
for
ready
you.
for that.
I was waiting, dude. I was like, please do it. 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 Oh,
Oh,
Epic.
man.
save that.
Come on, shake your body, baby. Draft that Conga. We truly couldn't control ourselves any longer.
Incredible.
Call me Gloria Ben Stefan.
All right, enough. Next. How many more? 4. Oh, my God.
with the seventh pick in the NFL draft, the Washington Commanders select
Peter Woods, defensive tackle from Clemson. Commanders GM Adam Peters says he's looking forward to seeing opposing offensive linemen take on Woods as they try to beat or at least tie him as he tries to get to the quarterback.
All right, couple more here.
with the eighth pick in the NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints select
Ephesians Prysock, cornerback from Washington. Saints general manager Mickey Loomis admits he really just wanted to hear people in New Orleans with a Cajun accent say Ephesians Prysock over and over.
I don't like that one as much as the Congo.
I liked Ephesians Prysock. Can you do your
I don't have one.
Caleb
do I?
Crawdad? Yeah. But say
I
Ephesians.
do declare Ephesians. What is it?
Ephesians Prysock.
Ephesians Prysock.
Gotta go to New Orleans, right?
Well, what is this contraption I do declare?
My BlackBerry, Michael. I'm trying to get updates on the company.
Who's Michael? I'm Caleb Crawdad. I do declare.
You don't have to keep saying I do
it.
declare. Anytime you say something, it means you're declaring.
That is the way Southern people talk.
And what designing woman are you basing that on?
Delta Burke. I do declare.
Priceless.
Oh, having fun?
Yeah, so
All right,
much.
2 more picks. Commissioner walking up to the podium right now.
With the 9th pick in the NFL draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select.
Don't think I've ever had a Kansas City Chiefs selection in mock the draft before. The Chiefs select KC Concepcion, wide receiver out of Texas A&M. Chiefs general manager Brett Veach thinks this is a perfect fit. Quote, "We already had a concept of Patrick Mahomes throwing passes in KC, so KC Concepcion was just the guy we were looking for."
Okay.
They can't all be winners.
It's true.
Let's bring it home.
It's like the real draft. They're not all.
Yeah. We got a repeat team.
Yeah, they're twice in the top 10 here.
With the 10th pick in the NFL draft, the New York Giants select
Jam Miller, running back from Alabama. Back to Joe Shane, who says, quote, "For some people, for some reason, people seem to really like jelly rolls, so we thought they might like jam just as much."
Benjamin, that was
very
spectacular.
Very well done,
And
sir.
I do declare the mock draft closed for 2026.
I can't believe we have to wait a whole nother year for the next one.
I know.
God.
Should we do Ben mocks the MLB draft?
Right, seriously.
Ben
So
mocks the NBA draft.
I mean, at this point,
Ben mocks the MLS draft.
all of it. Yeah, Purple says another work of art. 100%.
In some
100%.
ways, yeah.
It's so
Well done.
good.
Awful, terrible, awesome.
When his jokes are so literal, that's what kills me.
The one that I liked the most
Congo was incredible.
No, I liked Rayshon Benny on the Jets.
Oh, that was.
I thought that
brilliant.
was my favorite one
Brilliant.
this year.
You singing the different songs was really.
I thought
special.
I'd try to.
I love it.
Up the ante a little bit,
love
really get into
Yeah,
it.
you crushed it as you always do. That was brilliant.
Mm.
Thank you for that.
Man,
and now we have all sorts of drops and stuff we can use. I like. What was the guy's name? Michael Trigg.
Michael Trigg.
I like how you said that. Michael Trigg.
Michael Trigg.
Take on Woods was good too. That was good. Man, that was something. You have such huge stones for doing this. Just the biggest, massive.
No one's listening.
stones.
Come on, shake your body, baby. Draft that Congo. Truly couldn't control ourselves any longer.
I need that in a prank call of some sort. I don't know what. I don't know for what or why. Oh, do you have my call from yesterday, Paulie?
What?
The call that we recorded in there?
It's not ready yet.
Okay.
But I do have. I
Got
can
some
have it ready.
editing.
We had some
I can have it
editing
ready
to
in
do.
the top of the hour.
All right. Yeah, perfect. I had a
Sure it is.
I had a solicitor call me yesterday, and I just decided to put it on
Perfect
speaker.
timing, just as we
just as
were
we sat down.
sitting down in the production studio. So you're right in front of a microphone anyway.
Yeah.
Paulie just knew to turn it on and start recording.
Yeah, a guy trying to scam me, and so we recorded it. And
Yeah, well,
pretty
Paulie will have
funny.
to edit it up, but there was definitely
I'll have it ready at 8:00.
you had some false charges or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You bought a
bought
PlayStation,
PlayStation or
that's being
something.
sent to Ohio
Yeah.
or something.
He's just confirming. Oh man, that was legendary, dude.
Rayshon brings a lot to the table. He's got electric boots, a mohair suit.
Oh my god.
But Benny's on the Jets.
Fantastic. Fantastic work, Benjamin. Should be very proud of yourself.
Any other NFL news that we've missed this week? Oh yeah, the big trade. Dexter Lawrence going to the Cincinnati Bengals
right.
this week, and then they re-signed him. Everyone's saying that this is a down draft. Like you don't want a lot of picks or high picks in this draft. You want to trade down or trade into next year's draft. So it's interesting. The Giants traded up, but they weren't getting any agreement closer with Dexter Lawrence. So.
And it is a foregone conclusion that Fernando Mendoza will be
I
the
believe
number one pick in the draft. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, again, he obviously had a monster year at Indiana.
I'm terrified if I'm a Raiders fan.
100%.
Terrified.
I'm absolutely terrified that we're going to
there's certainly a part of me that goes like,
You're excited.
I hope he does for us what he did for Indiana, because what he did for Indiana was amazing.
Yep.
But you could see it also not working on the National Football League level.
You have to
because
protect him.
Raiders,
He needs to be protected.
Yeah.
in order to be a good quarterback, just like every other quarterback. He needs to be protected. He's not a dual threat guy. He won't be in the NFL. So if you can't protect him,
what was the say? He took 6 snaps under center in his entire collegiate career.
Crazy.
You have to do that in the NFL occasionally.
Yes.
You can't always be in the pistol
shotgun.
or the shotgun. You're going to have to take a snap under center and hand it off. I would assume he can learn that skill,
of course,
but it would definitely concern me if I was a Las Vegas Raiders fan. I don't think there's any other choice that you can go with.
Look, you look at some of the guys that are projected to go first round. It's not the sexiest draft you've ever seen. It's a lot of offensive tackles. It's a lot of guards. It's, teams trying to get better up front, defense and offensive lines, which is, again, it's how you win in that league. San Diego State will have a player more than likely in the first round, and Chris Johnson, the last first rounder since Rashad Penny, we learned this morning as well. So I don't know. I like the draft. What's the percentage of these guys becoming superstars? I don't know. I don't know that Fernando Mendoza is going to be a superstar in the league. But if you're the Raiders, you like it a lot better than what you had last year. Right?
Yes.
Should I staple your head to the carpet? Are you already gone?
I'm okay. No, I was looking for the draft liner because it's my job to do the liners. Draft coverage presented nationally by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Coming up on Thursday.
Liberty.
Little pasta talk. We'll reset things. Second half of Ben and Woods coming up next on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, my friends, we are halfway home on a Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Get you ready for the Pods Rockies tonight. Benjamin, I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer, and Ben Higgins, friendly neighborhood sports anchor and absolute Roger Goodell clone. Just brilliant.
Having a fun morning.
Mel Kiper.
No game to talk about yesterday, but we've had a fun morning
It's been so fun, man. I've had a blast this morning. Two of the best hours we've done in a while, in
It's
my
good
opinion.
to mix things up.
Yeah, you got to. You got to mix it up, man. Got to. Variety is the spice of life. You can get in a rut doing a show like, there's a game. You break down the game. You break down the game again. Very formulaic.
Yeah.
Without a game last night, you get to come in and just be a little bit loose.
As you can imagine, yesterday after we spent a good 15 minutes talking about pasta on the show, power of suggestion felt like pasta for dinner.
Sure.
So I went to the new pasta shop in Encinitas near our house in the Ralph's and Trader Joe's shopping center. Just opened on Saturday. Pastaria Vivi.
So you live right there. Imagine not going to Rosanna's. It's right
Okay,
there.
hold on.
The
hold
best
on.
in the business.
Hold on. And I do like Rosanna's as well, but
It's
you
right
always
there.
want to give any new place a try.
All right, fair.
It's like Rosanna. It's more of a to go, like they sell pasta, you can make it at home, but they
Right.
also have a couple of menu items that you can eat there. So we went and ordered a couple of the items, the ravioli, spinach ravioli.
To go?
And the pappardelle. No, we just ate it there. They have
Right.
a couple of counters and tables where you can eat there. And it was phenomenal. I mean, like truly spectacular. It was really, really good. And I pay my bill, I tapped my credit card, and it was, fairly reasonable, like $20 per person. It wasn't incredibly expensive for really, and the focaccia was amazing.
Can't say
Fluffy.
that word on the radio. The FCC.
Focaccia.
Yeah,
It's delicious. So I tap my card and I just click, do the whole thing. Like, okay, thanks. And I go, wait, I didn't get to add a tip. Because, I'm just so used to on that little machine now. You're like, 20%, 22%, whatever. I was just going to, do it like I always do. And I say, did I miss it? I didn't get to add a tip. And he said to me, no, our staff is paid a living wage and we don't accept tips at our establishment. If you'd like to leave a tip, then leave us a good review. So here's my good review. Some of the best pasta I've ever had at Pastaria Vivi. No tip. It's so different.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
Phenomenal. I mean, like truly spectacular. It was really, really good.
Thank you.
They didn't even have a jar or anything.
So here's the deal.
I don't know where that's going to get
And
you.
anybody that knows, if Paulie gave this exact same review, I'd be like, hell yeah. The fact that he gave this review, I know why you liked it. It's because they don't take tips. That's why this is your new favorite place.
I mean, I paid full price. I assume it's kind of baked into the cost of the
Probably.
of the menu items as well, but it's so different nowadays. I was so shocked.
It's shocking
at going into a business because they'll ask for a tip
for
at
anything.
the 7-Eleven counter now. It's like, do you want to add a tip to that?
5% maybe. All right. Thanks for getting me my Zins, my carpet flavored Zins. Appreciate you. Thank you.
It was just shocking to me that there was like a business 2026 and it's like, no, we're not doing tips.
Did you go to dinner in Europe? Because
it seems like it. Yes.
I remember when I was in Europe, I was like, why do we tip these guys? I was like, you don't. Every book I've read says do not tip. I'm like, I'm not tipping. This is insane. They already hate us. I'm going to tip. And they actually hate you more if you tip. I'm like,
you're such an ugly you're an ugly American.
But I'm giving you, I just want to give you free money. All you have to do is take it, put it in your pocket. That's all you have to do. Wow.
No, each bowl of pasta wasn't $48.99. I mean, it was good. It was a good portion. It was really good. I was just stunned that there was like no spot for it. There was no chance to do it. It was simply, the bill is the bill. You paid it and you are done. And that's it.
Colonel budget stamp of approval. 100%. Done. Man, that's shocking to me.
I was shocked. Do you want to see more of that? Is that something we should be doing more of?
I've always been fine with the way that things are. I've always been fine. I've never had, I'm a tipper. I'm an over tipper. I've never had a problem with it. It's only a problem I feel for people that Well, or cheap. That's the only. I think that's the only. Like I do not mind paying for service.
Purple says slip them a tip, and I'm sure some people do that have cash. But if there's no spot to do it, like there was no spot to do it on the machine. Like there was no ad, anything. It was simply they charged you, and that was it. So if you didn't actually prepare and bring cash to tip, there's no way to slip them a tip or add one on.
They just when they signed up and the guy came out and sold them those credit card machines. Like, all right, here's our 2 options. You got this one with no tip that literally nobody uses, or this one where you can add a tip, and they're like, we'll take the other one with no tip added. That's crazy.
I was just thinking about it. It should be like part of high school curriculum for like an internship or whatever. As a high school student, you have to go work for like 1 semester part-time at a local restaurant or a local business, because I feel like any kid that works in customer service, you will learn quickly, like, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like about it, and this is how you treat people that work in these jobs, because now that you've experienced it, you see it from a different lens.
Angela says baseball concession stand tips are something. When I went to Petco Park the other day, went to the gelati and piccati pizza. They already have it. It's kind of made. And I said, we'll have that one. And they handed me the box. And then I had to check out myself. They have this kiosk. Do everything yourself.
You have to weigh it or whatever.
And they had the option to add like a tip. And I'm going, no one did anything for me other than handed me a box of pizza.
Now, somebody said in here, I don't tip for takeout. And I disagree. If you ever worked in a restaurant and you had to load people's takeout stuff up, it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare.
I don't know if it's a full 20% like
share.
Sitting down, but there's definitely some tipping going on to put it all in a box and make it easy to carry out and include the utensils and everything.
I was always told that a lot of the automated tipping, like you said, like on the card, tap it at the end, like at Petco Park or anywhere else, like the employees don't just pull out $5 or whatever.
Right.
Like they don't necessarily even get those tips.
We
or
always
if they do,
ask.
they're heavily taxed. Yeah, I try to ask ahead of time. Like, hey,
just go to you.
Yeah,
just go to you. I like to tip in cash when I can, but because of that very reason, I have stopped. I've, fiscally responsible Woods. I stopped donating to every place that I go to. Like, would you like to donate $1 for sports? Would you like
round up and stuff?
I'll round up. From time
guess
to time.
What Ben thinks about that sort of thing?
Well, it's be more specific. Literally, would you like to donate $1 for rain, sports,
kids,
dirt? What? Yeah, for kids. What?
Oh, yeah, I like kids.
But what? They say it's like it's like a scam for the businesses. Like that they can
fight disease.
Yes. Fight.
All right.
Sickness.
So just to be clear, sir, you do not care about rain. You don't want to give any money to rain.
I used to be I always was like, all right, fine, $1 in case somebody's watching. Now I'm like, I'm giving you anything for sandwiches, whatever the cause is. It kills me every time. Every single time. Now, everywhere you go to Dick's Sporting Goods, you get your kids some new sliding shorts. Like, would you like to donate $1 for sports?
Maybe you sign up for so much stuff. Maybe that's how your phone number just gets thrown out.
Me?
There. Yeah,
I do. I sign up for a lot. I get a lot of calls. You don't get the loan calls, do you? Paulie and I think, were you here when we did this? Because look at my voicemail. Look, all of those.
I will get an unknown number.
Those are all
and sometimes I'll even answer, but if they're not there within the first second, I hang up quickly. Mm-hmm. I don't even let them say hello. Like, if you don't want to call me and you're really trying to call me, my guess is when I say hello, you're going to say hello back, and it's not going to be beat, click. I'm already gone by that point.
Does your phone say spam risk?
Save that, by the way. Beat, click. Spam risk. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it blocks them. Sometimes they get through. The way I look at it, my blockers, if it gets through the blockers, maybe it's something I need.
Possible spam.
Maybe
sometimes.
I need to take it.
I got robocaller yesterday once. Yeah. Okay.
So I got one yesterday just when we sat down to record our promo, and I hit speaker to just do a bit in front of the guys, and then Paulie hit record.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody had just called and left a message.
Okay, what was the message, sir?
Just said call us back at this number.
All right, I believe I may work with Mr. Stephen Woods.
Yeah.
So Stephen Woods, your mailing address, that is city.
Yep.
All right, sir. Woods, there's an order being placed for $3,499.
Right.
For an Xbox, iPad 11, and a PS5 PlayStation.
Right.
Okay, hang on real quick. I want to just replay that one part. So he's calling you. So they left a message.
Yep.
Just said, call us back. and it's because he works for Walmart.
Yes.
There's an order being placed for $3,499.
Right.
There's an
$3,500
being placed for
$3,499.
right
For an iPad 11 and a PS5 PlayStation.
iPad 11 and a
You must love your
PS5
kids.
PlayStation.
Two consoles and an iPad. That is fantastic.
That's how much. That's how much I love my kids.
The purchase was made this morning.
Mm-hmm.
The order is going to be delivered in the state of Ohio.
Oh.
Is this purchase made by you?
So you made that purchase yesterday morning, like
And
$4,000.
It gets sent to Ohio, not
and
to your
now
house.
it's been sent to Ohio. Oh no! What do I do?
A good thing they called.
Thank
I mean,
God.
do you even know anyone in Ohio?
I don't. Maybe not. I have no idea.
Okay, so that is the call was just to confirm about this purchase.
That's weird because I've bought stuff before and no one's ever called to confirm that I actually bought it.
Okay, the reason you're confirming it because it is the shipping address was diverted from California to the state of Ohio, sir.
Okay. Who bought from Walmart? All right. So do you need me to give you like?
It's on your account, sir.
Okay, my account for who? Walmart?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to give you like some iTunes gift card codes now or something? What's the next bit?
No, we don't need all that. That's the scam actually that you go through.
Right.
This
That's
is
a
just
scam.
confirmation about the call, sir.
Confirmation about the call. Yes, there was a call for sure.
No, I mean like the confirmation about the purchase, sir. That's the only thing I need to know.
Oh no, nobody bought anything. I don't know what the you're talking about. I don't have a Walmart account, so I don't know what this is about.
Oh, Steven, so you don't have a Walmart account, you say?
Nope, sure don't.
Right. Thank you for that information.
Hey, no problem, bud. You have a good rest of your day. Good luck with your scams. All right.
Thank you, sir. You have a great
Hey, you too. Good luck with your scams.
I always ask you, why do you waste the time
Because
doing
it's
this?
fun. Because it's fun.
But then you said, at the very least, if I'm on the phone with them for 5
not
minutes,
some
they're
old
not,
lady.
They're not on the phone with someone else.
Yeah, good luck with your scams. Okay, great. Thank you.
You got to imagine that it's not a very fulfilling profession.
You have a good rest of your day. Good luck with your scams. All right.
You have a great day.
Hey, you too. It's so good. I love it. I've always loved prank calls, always, since I was a kid. And when they call me, I'm like, all right, it's my turn to get you back. And listen, you're talking to a guy that got scammed out of what last year? Like $3,500? Sometimes it gets you.
I love when you can hear him. You threw
When
him
he
for
starts
a
to
curveball.
panic,
You can hear it right here. He goes,
Purchase made by you?
I don't. Maybe not. I have no idea.
Okay, so that is the call was just to
How do I go on with the scam if he's not panicking about this? He's like counting on you, panicking, like, oh no, something's been bought in my name. You're supposed to panic there, and he does not know what to do when you're so calm.
Yeah, I mean, I got scammed online. I scammed myself
You
with
did.
the vacuum
That was your
cleaner.
fault.
But then the one before, that was all me. That was just a panic move. Yeah.
Is Walmart famous for having accounts?
Accounts.
I've got an
account.
account at Walmart.
But again, you buy those things at Walmart, and then somebody calls you just to confirm. Oh, but you put in the wrong address. You sent it to Ohio. Oh,
Can you imagine?
what is the point of
every
that
time
scam?
you went to the store, they'd have to call you later. Like, were you at Vaughn's today buying groceries?
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was.
So I saw a couple of these comments in the chat, like, no, don't talk to them. They record your voice, and I'm like, so what? To do what?
Anyone can record our voices
Any
at
day.
any time. In fact, it's all over the internet.
Any day. But now they have my voice for what? To do what?
Make prank calls.
Call like my parents to be like, hey, Mom, I ordered an iPad. Can you send me iTunes gift cards? I don't know. Like, if they have my voice, so what? My voice is on every day. A podcast. There's all kinds of
Paulie
stuff.
can make both of our voices do whatever he wants already.
JT Massey says, you just got to sell Woods convenience. You can scam him all day. 100%.
That is
100%.
what gets Woods.
Oh, convenience is everything.
Extra convenience.
Everything. So they're now going to use my voice to scam other people. I mean,
I don't know. So if I get a call like from Woods, I'm in jail.
yes. Hey, it's me.
You need to bail me out.
Exactly. Send me. They actually don't take debit
What did
card
you do,
here.
Woods?
Ben, they don't take debit card. They only take iTunes gift cards. If you could send some over.
Bail is only accepted in iTunes gift cards.
Just incredible. So they can use your voice to open up accounts. All right. I mean, whatever.
How does
I'm not,
Walmart know what your voice sounds like to open up an account?
I'm not going to.
I don't know.
I'm not going to stop messing with these guys. I never will. I'm never going to stop because I think it's number one, it's so fun. And number two, they're such scumbags that it's nice to give them a little comeuppance. I've actually strung one along for like an hour before and given them fake iTunes card numbers and old redeemed ones that I had.
You're like, okay, ready?
You ready? 7, 4.
G,
yep.
4, 7.
Yeah, and
just keep going.
Just keep going. and it drives them crazy. It drives them
that
crazy.
was too many. Okay, hang on. Let me start from the beginning. All right. G.
No, I love it.
L.
I have so much fun doing it. And I think you guys should too out there listening.
I would probably recommend against it, but it makes Woods happy.
It makes me I was giddy with delight.
I don't answer a single
You just
spam
don't
call.
answer any calls. Just nothing.
I mean, if I have your
You answer
number,
my
it
call.
pops up.
Yeah.
And if I don't have your number, if I'm expecting a call, if it's a doctor's office or something, I'm waiting for a call back, I'll probably answer that one because that one usually won't come up as spam risk either. But the one, like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Just send it right to voicemail. They never get a voicemail. I don't engage.
I do.
This hour 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, and so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for a free month of pool service. Now, if you get a call later from me talking about pool service, well, you know who recorded that. That's right. Send it back to you later. Let's play Take on Woods. We need a contestant. Chance to qualify for the field level Padres Phillies tickets on Memorial Day. Our grand prize. It is music, TV, movie trivia. 833-288-0973. You can take on Woods in our game coming up next. 833-288-0973. Back. And then Jesse Agler, all coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. One more time for SDFatLoss.com. My journey, I started about 3 years ago, right about this time of year, actually. And I know that I had started gaining some weight. I don't think I realized kind of how subtly that it kind of crept on. And I knew I needed to do something. I had done other programs. I'd done the shakes and bars. And I did lose weight. I hated it. And then I gained the weight back within about 6 to 8 months because once I switched back to regular food, my metabolism wasn't ready for it. SDFatLoss.com is different. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days, but because I was eating regular food like steak and chicken, when I got off the program, quote unquote, off to the maintenance part of the plan, I was able to keep the weight off. I have kept the weight off those entire 3 years. In fact, I got on the scale earlier this week. I'm down a couple more. From where I started long ago. That sounds good to you? Then you need to set up a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com and take $200 off right now during their spring special. It's a one-time fee for the program. It's not the $3,000 to $5,000 a year you might have to pay for the GLP-1 injections that may help you lose some weight, but they're also going to squeeze mostly muscle and lower your metabolism. That's not for you. This is for you. SDFatLoss.com with no shakes or bars or mixes or anything like that. Sign up today, SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It is Ben and Woods. Jesse Agler in just a couple of minutes. In fact, he is so close. We should probably just get to our game. It is time to play. Take on Woods. Take on Woods, brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we got Kim. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, Kim. Are you ready to play our trivia game? See if you can qualify for the Padres field-level tickets for the game against the Phillies on Memorial Day?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. 5 questions. You go first. Woods goes second. If you beat or tie him, you put it into the grand prize drawing for those tickets, and you get to choose the category. We've got music, movies, or TV. For music, it's On the Clock. 5 songs that include a specific time of day in the title. Movies, Here Comes the Bride. 5 movies with bride in the title. And our new TV category, I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar. 5 TV shows with either woman or women in the title. So would you like to play music, On the Clock, movies, Here Comes the Bride, or TV, I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar?
I'd like to try movies.
Movies, Here Comes the Bride. All right, you'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of these 5 as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First questions are 2-second movie clip. Paulie will play you a clip. You need to identify the movie with bride in the title to score that point. Kim, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. The category is Here Comes the Bride in movies. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our 2-second clip. Good luck, Kim. Let's take on Woods.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Correct. Steve Martin plays George Banks, whose daughter is about to
Father of the Bride.
Correct. Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, and Melissa McCarthy struck box office gold in 2011.
Bridesmaid.
Correct. Pretty Woman stars Richard Gere and Julia Roberts reunited in which
Runaway Bride.
Correct. Johnny Depp provides the voice of Victor Von Dort, newly wedded to deceased Emma.
Corpse Bride.
Wow, Kim, that was one of the best played games of Take on Woods I have ever seen. You are in, no doubt about it, for the Padres tickets. Hang on the line. Well done, Kim.
Crushed it.
I think you're going to
It
win.
was like
too.
17 seconds.
I think there's no chance Woods gets a couple of these. And that was fast, as fast as we've ever seen. Bring Woods back. He's not even ready. He has no idea how quick that game went. All right, movies today. Kim's score is locked in. All right, let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. No category for Woods. Your time begins when Paul plays the 2-second clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Kim.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Princess Bride.
Correct. Steve Martin plays George Banks, whose daughter is about to get married.
Father of the Bride.
Correct. Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, and Melissa McCarthy.
Bridesmaids.
Correct. Pretty Woman star Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Runaway Bride.
Correct. Johnny Depp provides the voice of Victor Von Dort, newly wedded to deceased Emily, in which Tim Burton's stop-motion animated musical from 2005. I'm just going to say it. You need this one. It's not easy either. Johnny Depp provides the voice of Victor Von Dort, newly wedded to deceased Emily, in which Tim Burton's stop-motion animated musical from 2005.
Bride of Frankenstein?
Ooh, not a bad guess. Corpse Bride.
Never heard of it.
Which means Kim has won 5-4.
5-4.
Not only did she get it,
Dang.
about 17 seconds. One of the best games
smokes.
ever played in the history of Take on Woods in the category. Here Comes the Bride.
I was feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I was impressed with your first four.
Man,
but
nice work, Kim.
I mean, she didn't even wait for half the questions on most of them. Kim, let's bring her back on just so she can say, get her proper credit from Woods as well.
Excellent work.
Thank you.
That was
I've been trying for 3 days to play this category.
see, that is
she's
been ready.
Strategy. That is definitely strategy. Very well done, Kim. Hang on the line again.
Excellent work.
Paul will get your information.
I don't mind
that
losing to somebody that just dominates like that.
So if you don't take the new category, you do have the option of thinking about it for a couple of days, because I do tell you some categories in advance. So well done by Kim. We will have another game to play tomorrow.
That was pretty elite.
All right. When we come back, though, it is time for the Incorporator. Jesse Agler will join us for his weekly. And we're at the letter D, 4th week of the season for the Incorporator. So we'll have a D word for him to work into the broadcast tonight against the Rockies, all coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He did. Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Curious yesterday and this morning, and we got Jesse standing by. We can ask him, when you are on a road trip and there is a game between two other teams that night, does anybody do they ever go to the baseball game on an off night?
I asked Jesse, I was texting with him yesterday, making sure he was good for this morning, and I asked him kind of along those same lines. I said, how often does that even happen? Like, usually the teams are
someone
on the
else
same
has left.
schedule.
You're just taking the place of another
And he said
team.
it happens once, maybe twice a season where a team will fly in early and the teams will already be finishing off the
happened
series.
last night. There was a Rockies game at Coors Field while the Padres were in Denver. It was against the Dodgers. We'll ask Jesse if anybody went, or maybe anyone went to the Nuggets basketball playoff game last night. That was a late one. Good game. Nuggets lost, though. We'll ask him after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Stop and go conditions through Santee westbound on the 52 before and after the 125. Very slow on the ramp from northbound 125 onto westbound 52.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Well, let's go out to the Mile High City, and joining us right now, the voice of the San Diego Padres, Jesse Agler. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're good. So, we were just talking about an off day where there's actually the game at Coors Field against the Dodgers last night. Do people actually sometimes go to a baseball game on your travel off day on the rare occasion that actually is an option?
You know, I don't think most of the people do, but some of the people do. I try and do it about once a year. It usually only pops up, once or twice during the season that happens. Last year, Tony and I went over to PNC. We had an off day in Pittsburgh. They were playing the Cubs in a day game, and Skeens was pitching, and we hadn't seen him in person yet. Yeah, so we went over there. But if it's a day game, I find it to be more appealing. Last night it was a 5:40 game. I didn't really feel like hoofing it over there at dinner time. Kind of have my own thing to do at night. But I like doing it. I think it's kind of like, from my perspective as a broadcaster, I think it's important because every time I do it, I kind of sit there, I get like a hot dog or a pretzel, maybe a beer, and it's a very good reminder that this is a leisure activity for people. They pay very good money to do this, the fans. And it's like, okay, it's just a very different perspective. And I think it's a refreshing thing to do for your mind when you're there every single day and you're not paying to do it. Like, it's a good sort of mental reset for me to sort of remind like what the other side of this looks like. And on top of that, like, I'm a huge baseball fan, and I just enjoy sitting there and kind of watching the game and not having to talk about it endlessly. And it's like, it's a fun thing to do. I really like doing it. I did not do it yesterday, but yeah, it's a cool thing to do, maybe once a year if you get the opportunity, for sure.
And I don't think I've ever asked you this. Obviously you're covering all these games every year, Jesse, and the ins and the outs. When you're at home or when you are in the hotel, do you watch baseball? You're like, ooh, the Reds taking on the Pirates, and I want to see Rhett Lauder against Bubba Chandler. Like, do you because that's what I do. I'm kind of psychotic about it. But like, when you're in your hotel and there's a game on, do you watch it, or is it background noise, or is it preparation, or what?
No, I'll put it on for sure. Yeah, I've got the MLB app and
are you a fantasy guy? Do you play fantasy baseball?
No. So that's a bridge too far. But because also I don't want to have like a rooting interest or anything like that. It's like I've got enough other stuff in my head.
Fair.
You know what else I can't do anymore? You know what sort of ruined it? So like, I used to love MLB The Show. It's a great game. I love playing it. But I can't do season mode anymore because it started to confuse my brain. Guys would get traded. And I was like, and then I would get to a real game and I'd start prepping to play the Reds or whatever. And I'd be like, this guy's not on the Reds. And then it would be like, oh, wait, no, that's my MLB The Show season. So I can no longer play season mode in MLB The Show because I was starting to get confused. The line between my video game season and the real season would get blurred. And I was like, this is very dangerous. I need to not play season mode anymore. But I almost always have a game on or switch around to different games based on what's going on. Like, to me, the MLB app of like, MLB.tv and like being able to have access to all these games, as someone who grew up in an era when you did not have that, like when you had your local team or the Braves on TBS or the Cubs on WGN and that's it. Like when I was a kid, like it is still magic to me that like I can just touch my finger on a screen and flip to this game or that game, and I can pick which broadcast I want to watch or listen to. I can hear radio or TV just with the flick of a finger. Like it literally feels like magic to me. So yeah, I do that every night.
The fantasy angle is hysterical because, like, Randy, Hunter Goodman, you have him on your fantasy team. It's a grand slam off Randy Vasquez. You're like, oh no, I can't believe it went out. Trust me. When McGonigal was going off against the Padres in the opening series, I was like, oh well. I mean, not only do I have all his baseball cards, but he's also on my fantasy team. It hurts, but oh man, that's too.
No, we avoid conflicts of interest.
Yeah, smart.
Jesse, did you hear of anyone going to the NBA playoff game last night from the party? A pretty good one, late one last night.
Yeah, I think it didn't start till 8:30, so I don't know that in Denver time. So I don't know. I would guess somebody did, but I don't know. I don't have advanced knowledge of anybody going, but I'm sure today I will hear about possibility of somebody going. I think the Avalanche are playing tonight also. So it's a big sports week here in Denver. You obviously had the Dodgers and the Rockies last night, plus the Nuggets game tonight, Avalanche game. So city is buzzing, man. It's I say this on the air a lot when we're here. It is such a great sports town.
Great spot.
Like, we talk about the attendance with the Rockies. Like, even when the last 3 years, they've lost 100 games. And that place has such great attendance. And, they just love their teams here. They love coming out. It's a great sports town. And obviously, both the Nuggets and the Avalanche have had some really good years the last few years. So, that's a little bit of a different thing. But it's just cool, man. It's they're really, really, really passionate about their teams here. And, it's fun. It's always fun this time of year when you sort of have NHL and NBA playoffs going, and then obviously baseball too, because you can really feel it walking around town.
Speaking of passion, Jesse Agler, voice of the Padres, is joining us. We've seen the Padres fans travel and represent well in other cities and ballparks in the last few years, but not sure anything like this last weekend in Anaheim. What was your view of it from the press box of the Big A?
The Saturday game when Mason Miller came in, honest to goodness, I was confused for a moment. I was like, oh, is the song going to start? Are the lights going to go off? Am I about to hear corn? That's how loud the cheering was when Mason came in on Saturday. I'm not exaggerating. My brain actually did a glitch. I was like, oh, here comes the music. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm in Anaheim. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I didn't even get a chance to take my phone out, to do a little video or anything, because it was I was just like, wow, that's crazy. That's how loud it was. It legitimately sounded like we could have been at Petco. So I was ready for it on Sunday. And it was not quite as loud. I think, there maybe weren't quite as many people there generally on Sunday. It was the hot day game or whatever. But I mean, it was still noticeable. And I managed to get a video of it that I put on Instagram on Sunday. And I mean, it was just incredible. And I mean, to me, I was talking to somebody about it. I think Tom Krasnick, who wrote about it in the paper. We were just kind of talking about it before the game on Sunday. I called it, I think, a benchmark moment for this franchise, what I saw on Saturday. I've only been around 13 seasons now. So I don't try to speak for the entire history of the Padres. But, obviously this is kind of a different era than anything that's ever existed before. And what I saw on Saturday, I have a hard time imagining we've ever seen before in, 50 whatever years. And I think that was just another flag in the ground for what's going on here with this organization. And it was incredible. It was incredible. I kind of get chills right now just talking about it and thinking about it. We've seen that happen at Petco over the years, right? Not recently, but we've seen it happen at Petco. And for it to happen up there and for it to happen in the way that it did with the volume that it did was absolutely incredible. And I knew there were going to be a lot of Padre fans there. And, when they scored runs earlier in the game, you heard it. And, you look down and you're like, oh man, there's a lot of brown and gold down there. But when Mason Miller came in from the bullpen, for the bottom of the ninth inning, I mean, it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. I'm not exaggerating when I say it sounded almost as loud as Petco Park on Saturday night. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen at a baseball game. And so for the Padre fans to not only, make the trip and show up, but to be as loud as they were, it was awesome. Like I said, I think a benchmark moment, in the history of the Padres. And so I asked Mason on Sunday, before the game, I said, because you never know how locked in a guy is, a player, right? Sometimes guys say no, I don't hear anything, I get in the zone or whatever. So I went up to him in the locker room. I was like, hey, did you notice that? He's like, oh my God. Oh yeah. He's like, that's crazy. He's like, and the Holy Sheets chants too. So they must have all been talking about it. They definitely recognized it. And I mean, I just thought it's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Now, Jesse, give me a couple or one or two of your kind of unsung heroes. I've loved what I've seen so far this season with some nights the bottom of the order gets it done. Tatis is not hitting the ball over the fence, but man, he's driving in runs. He's getting on. He's obviously affecting the game with his defense. I mean, for me, Xander Bogaerts has just been as steady Eddie beginning of the year, which is exactly what you needed from him. And the big dogs haven't even hit yet. But for you, you're watching every single day. Who are a couple of the unsung heroes for you?
I mean, it's different game to game, right? The last Angel game, Bryce Johnson. Game, Brad Gley Rodriguez gave you, I think it was 5 outs. I don't remember. He got you some really big outs, whatever it was, with Adam and Morejon down. So that was the story that day. There's been other days when it's been other guys. And I mean, that's what's cool. David Morgan has stepped up in a couple of different spots. In the bullpen, Tony and I have talked about this a lot. Like, we've all started beating our chests in spring training, right? About, oh, this is such a great bullpen. This is going to be a historically great bullpen. It's such a deep bullpen. That means that these guys, these quote unquote other guys, right, are going to have to pitch in spots like that sometimes. And so you're starting to see them get the opportunity to do so here early in the year. And it's so fun watching a guy like Bradley Rodriguez get that opportunity in a one-run game or whatever, and coming through. And it's not going to happen every time, right? Guys are going to have hiccups. Guys, nobody's going to be perfect. But it's so cool, seeing them get that opportunity. And I loved the way Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, talked about it the other day. I read the quote. It was like, he's building calluses, for like a young reliever being put in those spots. Like, that's such a great way to think about it. I love analogies. And I think, that's exactly what a young reliever is doing when he's being kind of thrown into the fire. We saw that with Estrada a couple of years ago. We saw that with Morgan last year. And you certainly understand, the way that, that'll build up over the course of the season and the value that will have. But yeah, it does seem like, as you said, every day, sometimes it's the bottom of the order. Sometimes it's Xander just coming through with like, oh, there's another base hit exactly when you need it. His defense has also been good. I think the defense in general has been awesome.
Yeah.
The way they've controlled the running game has been great. I've been super impressed with Fermin and Camposano. It's been cool because, like you said, the big dogs haven't gone crazy yet. So it's been a lot of these tight games. They've had to execute really, really well. I know I've said this 1,000 times, it feels like, but I couldn't be more impressed with the discipline they're showing offensively, particularly Manny and Fernando, because they're not having their typical years yet. I'm not worried about them in any way, but it would be so easy for those guys to just sort of go up there and start to get a little squirrely at the plate, and to start pressing or to start kind of swinging. And they're just sticking with the plan. For Manny, it's like, all right, I'll take the walk. And for Fernando, it's like, fine, I'll drive the ball to right field and take the base hit. It would be so easy for guys of that caliber to get frustrated in these situations. And, we've seen that from guys like that in the past. But both of them just kind of being like, all right, I'll stick with the plan. If you're not going to come in here, I'll just, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. And it's super impressive. And look, you got to know deep down that, it's probably driving Fernando crazy that he hasn't homered on April 21st. But you wouldn't know it watching the games, watching the at-bats. And that kind of mental toughness, that sort of commitment to winning above all else is really, really impressive. And I think that's the Craig Stammen effect. Like, that's the thing this guy is preaching every single day. Like, this is about winning. This is about going all the way. That is the whole reason we're here. That's what we're trying to do. That's been the message from day one. The point of all of this is to bring that trophy in here for the first time in the history of the organization. And that's the thing he's selling everybody on and has been every day all year.
Padres playing 5 games at altitude. They say it can be tougher. I don't know if the Incorporator is tougher at elevation, Jesse, but it is time for your 4th word of the season, which means we're on the letter D this week.
Yes.
And I had to make a little late change, Woods. We had a problem with the original word, but I think you're going to like this one.
Oh,
I think Jesse might like it as well. Paulie, do you have it?
Deflocculate.
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 I feel like we've done that one.
I don't think so. It's to break down into small pieces.
We did defenestration.
We did defenestration, but this is deflocculate. Yeah, to break down into small pieces.
Yeah.
Deflocculate.
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 That's fantastic.
I love it. And I already know exactly what I'm going to use with it, and I love it. I love it.
That's how easy it was. I need to know what's the backstory on the other word.
I'll tell you in the break, because it's going to make an appearance later now in the season in a better form. We were going to be using it in a bad form
right now.
He's just making decisions on the fly here? What is happening?
I am. In fact, you'll hear it next week.
Thing this year, okay?
Yeah, it's my new thing. I know it's my new thing. Jesse, you're killing the thing. You're always killing the thing, and we appreciate you each week. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Jesse Agler, voice of the Padres. All guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Didn't have time to ask Jesse one question that I did want to ask him, though. And that was whether he has interacted much with Wandy Peralta. Because did you see Kevin Acee writing about Wandy the comedian this morning in the UT?
Entirely.
Yes, he wrote an entire feature on how Wandy is like the funny uncle in the bullpen. But he's also the veteran who's taken some of the young relievers under their wing. And it's interesting. Maybe we can talk about it a little bit. We've got some time in the final hour. We also have some Roundel Report headlines coming up. I know Wandy's not everybody's favorite at times.
It's my favorite.
But he has, I think,
Annie,
six.
by the way, I think.
Six, was it Annie who Annie wrote about it? Yeah. It's 6 straight appearances without a run allowed. His ERA is under 2.
Nobody will ever give him credit, though.
I know. No one really wants to give Wandy some credit, but Annie gave him some credit, and I think we should talk about it a little bit coming up in the final hour of Men of Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Wandy Peralta, class clown in the bullpen. They seem to love him. According to, it's Annie's piece. Annie Halburn wrote the piece for the UT about beloved T.O. Wandy Peralta in the Padres bullpen. They nicknamed him La Grasa, the grease, for his ability to bring the flavor. The quotes, though, are pretty amazing. Jeremiah Estrada said, he's just a good dude. He's the perfect example of a funny Tio, funny uncle. That's him. The funny Tio that's at the carne asada, that's on the grill, the one opening the Modelo's, the one making the jokes. He's just that Tio you like to be around. He said, thought he was one of the coaches when he first arrived. I was like, who's this new coach? Nope, he's a player. Looks like a Tio, bro. That's Wandy.
What would you guess Wandy Peralta's ERA is right now?
I know.
Because you'd never know it on Twitter.
No, you would never know it.
Paulie, any guesses?
I will guess
based on Twitter.
Oh, I mean, I would just the way you're
Twitter
5, 7.
Yeah.
As you got a 7,
9,
8,
12,
4
13.
ERA.
It's 1.80 right now. 1.80 in 10 games. 10 innings pitched, 10 Ks.
He's not perfect, but he can be very tough on lefties.
Who is a perfect reliever other than Mason Miller?
Right.
Yeah. Wandy Peralta's a G, man.
But they all, Annie also writes that he's helped Bradley Rodriguez, Randy Vasquez with kind of how to be a big leaguer, what to say, what not to do.
He's allowed a lot of inherited runners, but that's also, give the dude a clean inning and see what he can do against the lefties. He's nasty. He can be particularly nasty. So, listen, Wandy's a stud.
I did see something on
very valuable
Reddit or something. It was some guy was like, "Are you telling me?" It was a positive piece about Bradley Rodriguez and some of the stats behind his season. And somebody goes, so the Padres just churn out elite relief pitchers every single year. Like, I'm supposed to believe there's a guy on the Padres who's elite, and his name is Bradley Rodriguez, and he's never once been in like a top 100 list or top prospects rankings or anything like that. I'm like, seems to find one of those guys every year, it seems like, in San Diego.
Got a DM from a tier 1. It's like, guys, I love you, but I think it's Bradley. And I'm like, I hear it. Jesse just said Bradley.
Craig Stammen and his teammates call him Bradley.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure that it's Bradley.
That's what Jesse just said.
Yeah.
I was listening when he said it.
I don't think there is a J, like a sound like that in Spanish. They always separate it by Bradley. But I do think they call him just kind of casually around the clubhouse, Bradley.
But
it's more of a nickname than an actual name.
Makes sense.
All right, Paulie?
I guess I could, in theory, pull up the official
pronunciation guide that the San Diego Padres issue at the start of every year in their media guide. I do believe it is Bradley. I called him Bradley until he got up to the big leagues and was corrected.
Bradley.
I'll let you know when I find it.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't
why
have
don't you
it
play
just readily
the Roundel Report intro? You'll have another 3 minutes to look it up.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Roundel Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Roundel Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
Bradley.
Thank you.
All right, let's get started here,
Suck
gentlemen.
It, tier 1 in my DMs.
We will get started. Just give you a quick another update on San Diego State basketball. It's just that time of year where the rosters are always changing. Guys entering the transfer portal, guys signing with new teams. Yesterday it was official. We told you a few days ago about all the guys leaving San Diego State. Is anybody coming back? Yesterday the team announced that LZ Harrington, Tay Simmons, Latrell Davis, and Thakbor Majak have all signed what the UT is calling revenue-sharing contracts that'll keep them here for the next season. I also saw somebody sent me this yesterday that the Aztecs also added Chance Gladden from Boston University,
BU.
6'4" freshman out of North Carolina. He averaged 14 points a game and almost 5 assists.
Let's hope they're glad and they took a chance on him.
I can see it. If you guys could see what I see. I watched him, and then I watched this little smile creep across his face, and I go, oh, here it goes.
It's hard to finish the sentence knowing I'm like, just get to the end.
Just get to the end.
He's working.
He's
ready.
I see you working over there. He goes like this. Ready? Watch. He goes. And then this little goobery smile.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, all right, sit back. That's 8 years of being together, knowing exactly what's about to happen.
Seriously, they need LZ, Tay, and Latrell Davis to all be pretty much stars next year, which they might be. But, of course, they haven't played enough to know if that's true. It's so hard to, I saw some, early previews of next season. They picked the Aztecs third in the Pac-12 behind Gonzaga and Utah State. But everyone's no one knows. Nobody even knows who's on the team at this point.
Three guys on their roster.
Yeah, it's how do you even know who's on the team?
Well, and nobody knows who those other guys are going to get either.
Yeah, exactly. It's complete random at this point.
Yeah.
You're just picking on names.
That's good, though. I mean, those are at least guys familiar with the system and
it's a place to start. And I do think LZ Harrington could be a real stud, healthy for a season,
had those
smart, heady
flashes of really, really good.
And Tay Simmons got so much better as the season went on. And they, all I know is what
those are guys you can build around.
Mark Ziegler wrote in the UT is that Latrell Davis might have been the best player. He does that about the red shirts a lot. I mean, you should have seen this guy in practice. Well, I don't go to.
Well, the alternative is this guy's not even that good.
You should see me off the tee, man. It's unbelievable.
I could just play like I play at the driving range.
That's right.
All right. Elsewhere in the world of sports-ish, Joe Buck is ready to host ESPN Jeopardy, which I did not know was even a thing.
I didn't know it was a thing either, but I'm into it.
Says here, ESPN Jeopardy is making a comeback with Disney, ESPN Plus, or ESPN, Disney Plus, Hulu, that whole family of networks. Later this summer, it's going to stream on Disney Plus and Hulu, and it could see some time as well on linear television on ABC. But Joe Buck will be hosting ESPN Jeopardy.
So my only problem with it is that they're going to have multiple ESPN talents are the participators.
So you mean it's not like regular people that are contestants?
They've done Sports Jeopardy before. Dan Patrick hosted it on
I want Tom, Dick, and Harry up there. That's what I want.
I remember Stump the Schwab.
Stump the Schwab was great, but I think I want, if it's going to be like Jeopardy, hey, I'm Mike. I'm a middle school teacher in Ohio. Great. That's what I want to see.
It does not appear that this show will be open to the masses as the old version was. This one will focus on celebrity participants, including many ESPN personalities. So, it's going to be Pat McAfee.
Jelly
Stephen
Roll
A.
will be
Smith,
there probably, and Stephen A. Smith. It's going to be outstanding. And if you hate Joe Buck, you're really
20 years ago, I could have killed it. Now my brain, 50-year-old mush now. I can't keep the facts and figures like I used to. My question is, if Joe Buck has the time to do this, can you not just go back to calling the baseball playoffs for us?
He doesn't want to, I don't think.
He'd rather host Sports Jeopardy than just the playoffs. You don't have to do all the regular season games.
Do you know how much money they're going to pay him
for Sports Jeopardy?
It will be.
It's got to be more work than 2 playoff series. Fox doesn't. They have 2 series a year.
That's ESPN.
Be so exorbitant.
That's true. He does work for ESPN now. That's a good point.
So he's got Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
During playoffs, October.
Yeah. I mean, I really would like to watch that show, but again, I can't with the ESPN personalities.
Do you guys watch Jeopardy at all anymore?
I don't.
It's on occasionally. We have the primetime version on ABC that, Ken Jennings does. I'm always impressed how good of a host he's become. Not only the best player in the history of Jeopardy, but he's become a worthy successor to the great Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
That's very impressive, Ken.
Yeah, no
very
doubt.
impressive.
Yeah, tough shoes to fill. And then we will wrap it up. Today, it was 10 years ago today that we lost Prince.
Man, 10 years.
Saw that this morning. I go, God dang, really? It's been 10 years.
I was on the air.
April 21st, 2016. Prince left us. And I got this morning in the prep service that he has a single from a series of previously unreleased recordings. So a new to us song. Now, this song was actually recorded back at Paisley Park in 1991. It's called With This Tear. And it says Prince plays every instrument in this song. They gave us a little sample of the song, the single that just dropped today on the 10-year anniversary of Prince passing away.
And you wrote every day.
Sound like
writing about the things that we could do when your pain went away. But all that went away was you.
Yeah, April 21st, 2016, the morning of. I was on the radio live when it happened at 94.9, and then I was leaving for Coachella that day. And that night at Coachella, everybody went purple and did all these tributes, and it was
crazy.
Crazy.
So I need to ask the music person a question about this, because I've seen some people posting their top 10 Prince songs of all time for the 10th anniversary of his death. And a couple of these lists don't include like Purple Rain and When Doves Cry. And I'm going,
people want to be different.
But if you're not including like the best songs, what are you even doing? Like you gotta include those
who's
ones.
Posting these?
I don't know, just random. Yeah, just
randoms?
people list. I don't know. I think it was a sports person I follow.
Oh, really?
I get that you want to show what a detailed
I know so much about Prince
follower you are, but I mean, if you don't like his greatest songs, do you really like him that much? I mean,
I think again,
the other songs I'm sure are good, but they can't be better than When Doves Cry.
They're not better than When Doves Cry. Like,
they can't possibly be better than When Doves Cry.
Some of the best lyrics of all time. I mean, it's just and if Purple Rain's on it, what are we doing? I get it. You don't want to look like a novice Prince fan, but it's okay to say Purple Rain is amazing. Like, I don't think it takes away from your princedom at all.
If you want to be like the hot take, I don't really love Little Red Corvette.
I really don't either.
Fine, but don't not include Purple Rain and When Doves Cry.
Yeah, I don't really like Kiss either. It just drives me nuts a little bit.
I searched like Prince top 10 song rankings just to see what other people would say, and like we like consequence.net. They're a good music source. Number 1, Purple Rain.
Right.
Number 2, Sign of the Times.
Okay.
Number 3, Little Red Corvette. Number 4, Let's Go Crazy.
Oh, yes.
I Want to Be Your Lover.
Save that.
Take Me With You.
Yep.
Breakfast Can Wait. Emancipation. Controversy.
1999.
No,
If I Was Your Girlfriend.
When Doves Cry.
Not in their top.
God, I love that
Really?
song. My
I do
Lord.
too.
It's so good. Yeah, Raspberry Beret kind of sucks too.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
I don't really like that one. 1999 gets on my
Kind you
nerves
find
now.
in a secondhand
Erotic
store.
City is amazing. Darling Nikki's amazing. We should have Ben read the lyrics to Darling Nikki. Yes, we'll do that. Just pull it up. Darling Nikki.
I got it right here.
Yeah, in the Rhino Report.
Darling Nikki.
Here we go. Well, if you would hit the music. In honor.
Cold.
In honor. Cold. Yeah.
Just give me one second. Give me.
I feel like I need something purple.
You're good.
Complete.
Want to wear your penis hat?
Sure, why not? You left the thing on.
That's all right. Now,
Minneapolis is cold. I probably would need something like this if I was there.
It is.
I knew a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine.
Ben!
She said, "How you like to waste some time?" And I could not resist when I saw little Nikki grind.
Oh my God.
She took me to her castle, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. She had so many devices, everything that money could buy. She said, "Sign your name on the dotted line." The lights went out, and Nikki started to grind. Oh, Nikki. The castle started spinning, or maybe it was my brain. I can't tell you what she did to me, but my body will never be the same. Oh, her lovin' will kick your behind. Oh, she'll show you no mercy, but she'll sure enough, show you how to grind. Darling Nikki, oh. Woke up the next morning, Nikki wasn't there. I looked all over. All I found was a phone number on the stairs. It said, "Thank you for a funky time. Call me up whenever you want to grind." Oh, Nikki, oh. Oh, come back, Nikki, come back. Your dirty little prince want to grind. And then I can't read this last.
No, you can't.
I don't even know what it is.
That'll do, I think.
Okay.
I think we're good.
I can follow that up with a golf story if you
No,
like.
I think we're good. I think we're fine.
All right.
I think we're good. We just go to break.
Take a little break.
Wow.
Take a little breather.
Darling Nikki, 10 years
10
since
years,
we lost
man.
Prince.
Love that dude.
It's Ben and Woods. Take a quick time
Shout
out.
out to his family.
More in a moment on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
You know, they call people who sit down sometimes at a Texas Hold'em table for a long time grinders.
Yeah, you grind it out.
You grind. Or you can just go have a good time at 7 Mile Casino. You don't have to be a pro. Just go and enjoy the fantastic atmosphere in San Diego's closest and best card room right off the 5 freeway in Chula Vista.
Yeah, you got to love the proximity to downtown San Diego, just 7 minutes away. Super fun, super clean, bright, airy, all of it. It doesn't feel like a dingy card room because that's not what it is. They got California-style blackjack as well. They got Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, and Baccarat. Great food, friendly dealers, smoke-free environment.
Food all the time, 24/7 players menu, the best Kung Pao chicken in San Diego.
Kung Chao Pickett.
And the weekend brunch, Saturdays and Sundays, voted best in the South County, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Enjoy it on the patio, enjoy it in the restaurant. TVs all over the place. It's just fantastic. It's our place. You make it yours. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Our friend David Schoenfield from ESPN, haven't had him on in a while.
Yeah.
He's kind of the king of the hypothetical columns. He writes a lot of those, like pick one player from every team for this or that. Came out with one yesterday. It is called One Player That Could Be Traded at the Deadline for Every Team. Obviously, we're months away. The trade deadline is on August 3rd.
August.
Latest ever trade deadline other than the pandemic season, I think. And I scrolled down because, well, this is what I do when I read one of these hypothetical columns to see who he had listed as the San Diego Padres' most likely trade candidates. He picked Adrian Morejon, which makes some sense in that Adrian Morejon, if he's not extended, is going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Said the Padres rotation was already razor thin before Nick Pivetta suffered a flexor strain. One of the weakest farm systems in the majors. However, general manager A.J. Preller will have to get creative to make a deal, and that might mean dealing from the team's strength to acquire a starter or a hitter. And he sees Adrian Morejon as being a guy that could be in one of those help both squads kind of trades at the trade deadline.
No, you don't win a World Series without Adrian Morejon
I
in the
agree
back
with
end of your bullpen. No. You just don't. I mean, I think I don't even think that's that bold of a statement. If you want to win and advance in the playoffs, Adrian Morejon has got to be coming out of the bullpen with Jason Adam and Mason Miller.
But you also have to have enough starting pitching to get games to your bullpen.
100%.
And there's no point in having a great bullpen if you're falling way behind in games.
You're telling me a contender is going to go, take our three for your left-hander.
That's why I feel it's a little unrealistic.
Yeah.
A team that wants Adrian Morejon as a rental, if he is indeed a rental, is clearly a playoff contender.
100%.
What playoff contenders have so much starting pitching depth?
Pitchers. The Dodgers do, but
that they're
not going to
give it to the Padres.
Yeah.
I wonder. They would love Adrian Morejon.
No, it's Casey the Elephant says second best record in baseball. They want to trade one of our best relievers. It's just it's an exercise that writers do sometimes because they need content. But I just think it's I think that one to me again, like
I looked around to see what other teams might have pitchers on, like Zach Littell in the Nationals if they're going nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be arms.
Nick
available.
Martinez on the Rays.
Yeah, there'll be arms available.
Yeah, there should be some arms available here and there.
Steve Owen says we can't afford to keep a reliever. On what planet? What do you mean you can't afford to keep a reliever? Sure you can. You have to have a good bullpen to go far in the playoffs. You just have to.
Agreed.
I mean, there's no
it's not that debatable. I don't think.
And again, the Dodgers won that World Series a couple of years ago with two starting pitchers. They had Flaherty and they had Yamamoto, maybe. That was it. The rest was like, we're going to go bullpen days every day. Then the next year, they didn't have a bullpen, and they're like, all right, we'll just use our $1 billion worth of starting pitchers, and they got it done. There's more than one way to skin a cat, but when you're the San Diego Padres and your whole strength is your bullpen, you certainly don't trade from it unless you have guys, again, coming up through the ranks that maybe are attractive to other teams, but not these guys.
They mentioned, a couple of the big names, Joe Ryan, Sandy Alcantara, going to be free agents. Here's one where a new owner could make a difference. He put for the Athletics, Luis Severino.
Right. Paid him a fortune.
He's got a $22 million player option for 2027, which he can easily pick up if he doesn't have a great season. But that is someone that if you have an owner who's willing to put a little extra cash in, we've seen Severino be good at times, and he certainly has some playoff experience and has been around in pennant drives late in the season. I don't know. Maybe that feels real. You wouldn't have to give up a ton in terms of you won't need a ton of prospect capital necessarily if the A's are out of it and they don't need Severino. Might be someone you'd look at later in the season.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we are way early for this.
I know.
I understand the logic of dealing from an area of strength to address a weakness. I 100%
more in the offseason though than in the middle of the year.
Well, but for me, it's the Padres do have depth in that. Like depth if Marinaccio goes down, there's probably a couple of arms that can come up and fill his void. He'll fill the void, right?
Everybody slides up one spot.
Correct. So, Estrada will be coming off the IL. Hopefully he's, better and more effective. And but yeah, if you were going to do it, you should have done it in the offseason. If you were really going to do it. Now you're in this. Obviously it's way, way early, still very early. But
plus, you never know what can happen. Like Jason Adam going down in August, you didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah. Think about
you can't fix it once you've made a trade.
That trio of Morihone, Adam, and Miller, however you want to deploy them,
no doubt.
Keep that.
I'm with you, man. And I look at it and I go, man, you get to let's say the Phillies rebound, and it's you against the Phillies, and they got Schwarber and they got Harper, and you've got Adrian Morihone, right? Done. That's it. That's his lane. He goes and gets those guys. You'd be lost without Adrian Morihone at the back end of your bullpen.
I don't know why.
Eighth inning, Phillies, Padres playoffs. Those guys coming up. You going Morihone?
Top of the order.
You going Miller?
No, eighth inning, I'm going Adrian Morihone to get those three, and then I'm getting Miller in the ninth to get 4, 5, 6.
For all I know,
Church.
AJ Preller may have no interest in Severino, but he feels like an AJ Preller
Boy, he does.
kind of player to me.
He does.
I don't know exactly how to define that, but there are certain players that just go like, AJ Preller's had his eye on that guy for a long time, hasn't he? And just secretly, once he's available, now he's going to get him.
I don't be surprised if Francisco Lindor is here in July.
He's a Preller player.
If the Mets I don't know where you play
like
him.
This, yeah.
I don't know where you play him, but
their player was.
Well, you've already moved to Tatis. I mean, you move everybody around. Who knows?
David Schoenfield's ESPN story there. His one player for the Mets was Jonah Tong.
So I saw that they are interested in moving potentially him, Clay Holmes. I mean, this is way early. I know they've lost 11 in a row, but him, Clay Holmes, and there was one more pitcher. They were like, hey, man, we can get rid of this guy.
The Red Sox player was
Peralta?
Jaron Duran, who AJ is.
Where's he
I just
play?
don't know where you're going to. I don't know. You have the prospect capital to land someone like that.
Laureano at DH?
Something huge for
Well,
that.
it is the Red Sox. They do love to give away star players for literally nothing.
To the Dodgers,
nothing.
at least.
Nothing. So, I mean, think about all the guys that have come and gone out of there. They got nothing in return for any of them.
Long ways off. You don't even know what the Padres needs will definitely be at that point. Certainly,
I'd love to just keep winning series.
Nick
I'm gonna go ahead
and
and
Joe
start
Musgrove
pitching.
back and throwing well in July.
Right.
It's definitely a different story than if they're not back and you're much more desperate for starting pitching later in the year. So you really have to wait before you really give these conversations true thought.
David is a really smart dude, and I really love his stuff. But again, a team in the race giving you their 4, their 3 for your back end high leverage.
It's really got to be someone not in the race.
Correct.
But then they're not going to want to rental.
They're not going to
reliever.
rental
So it just
left-handed
doesn't make
reliever.
a lot of sense to me.
Right.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. He's like the last guy.
Again, we got Padres tonight.
If he said Mason Miller, that would make more sense than Adrian Morihone.
Probably
because
actually.
he's got 4 years of control.
Right.
Adrian Morihone is a rental, so
And Mason Miller's the one guy that any team that wants to win the World Series would overpay drastically for.
Just like we did.
Just like the Padres did.
Yep.
Probably more than the Padres did.
I mean,
They
we
would have
didn't-
no choice.
We didn't. I don't want to say we didn't need him, but we had a closer. You know what I mean? He didn't get hurt.
Yes.
There are teams that actually lose their closer and we're like, we'll give you anything. We're
Paulie,
still in a playoff.
They're
chase
dropping
here.
like flies right now. Raciel Iglesias just went on the IL. Edwin Diaz went on the IL. There's teams that are dying.
From a baseball perspective, at some point, it's a conversation about Mason Miller, whether it's a trade deadline or an offseason you might want to have. The problem is he has become so beloved so quickly here.
Keep him here for life.
That
I know that
you're making it much harder to even think about ever trading him back.
Never want to see him in another
Even if you
uniform.
get double the return that you got for him, that would be if you're like a stockbroker and you go, I bought this stock for
$20.
20, now it's worth 40 and I can get so much back for
No,
it.
but I really like it, and I like having it.
Yeah, you just really like having it, and you don't want to give it up. But it's not dumb to sell a stock that high when you've already made a ton of money and recoup what you paid for it and then some.
Imagine you just on the Orioles or something. You're just sick to your stomach. This is where he belongs for the rest of his career.
It's one thing we're not great at as a fan
Saying
base.
goodbye.
Saying goodbye. a little too early rather than a little too late.
So I saw a Dodger fan today, literally today, goes, I don't think we pick up I don't think we extend Freddie for those 2 years. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, Freddie Freeman, the Grand Slam hitting Freddie Freeman World Series winner, absolute grinder, leader of your team. You don't want to give that guy, you guys, the Dodgers, don't want to give him 2 years just because? That's a different mindset than I have. If I'm the Dodgers, I'm like, Yeah, bro. Your last ground ball and swing will come in a Dodgers uniform, buddy.
AJ
isn't that the right way to do it?
AJ has a little bit of fan in him.
He does.
He does. As AJ as he is, he likes these players. He just does. You can tell. Like they mean more to him than just numbers on a spreadsheet.
Unless they're a prospect, though.
Unless they're a prospect. But once
they
they're
have any MLB service time at all,
they're in.
No, listen. We've beaten this horse to death, but there's a lot of guys on this squad that AJ did not really have his prints on as far as extensions go. There's three off the top of my head that it was like had he had the final say, probably wouldn't be here or probably wouldn't have gotten extended. Right? You guys all know who that is. So,
yeah, sure, sure. I think Brian makes a point. Would you trade Mason Miller to the A's for Leo DeVries? I
wrote back F no.
I don't think you would, which means at this point the Padres have won the trade. You wouldn't undo it.
No.
By any stretch of the amount. You'd want more back than you got for him at this point.
Sick or
yeah.
Kurtz.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Yeah, would you do it for DeVries and Langoliers?
No.
And a couple more prospects at this point?
No, because he's quickly become my favorite San Diego Padre. I don't want to see him go. So there you go.
DeVries and Nick Kurtz, I would at least think about it.
Kurtz is dying right now.
He'll be fine.
He homered yesterday, didn't he? I think he did.
Did he?
I think he did, actually, yeah. He'll be fine.
All right, let's take a time out. We will wrap things up. Look ahead to the Rockies series. Altitude baseball this week. Maybe it'll get some of the hitters on track that need some power, a.k.a. Fernando Tatis Jr. Get to that coming up. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Our weekly management report brought to you by SDCCU. It's not Big Bang Banking. It is better, but we're moving it up this week. There's no game on Friday. Padres, I believe, have some MLB responsibilities for the international series in Arizona. So we are going to have Craig Stammen on, the manager of the San Diego Padres, tomorrow on a Wednesday.
Does he know that?
I don't know. I think he knows that.
I hope so.
Padres.
Sounds like we just thought it sounded like a good idea.
Someone's going to tell him.
I should probably let the Padres know.
Yeah, probably let them know.
But plan for that tomorrow at some point during the show as the Padres open their 3-game series at Coors Field. And Woods, you brought up a good point because this week, and Kevin Acee did write about it this morning in the UT, altitude. A lot of guys are kind of salivating at the possibility. Fernando Tatis Jr., let's get off the home run schneid. Let's get some balls over the fence. And they probably will, especially, Coors Field, especially in Mexico City. They had 11 home runs in one game, I think, combined on that Saturday game, 16-11. Paulie just looked it up.
Yeah, 16-11, Padres won. The Padres hit 6 home runs that game, and the Giants hit 5.
And they were like 490-foot bombs. I mean, the ball just flew forever at 7,800 feet.
474, 442, 448, 455.
Just monstrous home runs. But Woods brought the point up. Just because they get going this week, it really is 2-part. And then you have to carry that back to sea level when you come back home and hope that whatever, the feeling of getting you a home run carries over, because it won't necessarily help you at all in the rest of the games of your season.
No, give you a mental boost.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe.
I mean, hitting home runs is cool and fun. Here's the thing. If they hit 10 home runs in 5 games, that'll be cool. But what if they hit 1 home run in 5 games at altitude? Right? So it can go the other way. Now
could get in your head even more.
Don't react.
Now we're going home. We can't even hit home runs at altitude.
Like Gavin Sheets runs into one in Mexico City or something, but they don't really hit much else in Colorado or Mexico. Yeah, that would
don't overreact if they hit 10. Overreact if they hit 1. That's kind of where fair. I'm at. That's how I feel right now. If they get 1 or none, I'm going to overreact to that and say
just one home run in the last 6 games.
Crazy.
Again,
And they're winning 5-1.
They're 5-1, so we don't care. But some point again, they're going to need some home runs.
I had one of my buddies texted me this morning. He's like, home runs overrated, and they're finding way. I go, dude, you're right, 100%. I said, but he's like, they have the second best record in baseball. I go, yeah, the Brewers had like the best record in baseball last year. We all saw how the lack of offense murdered them in the postseason, where they hit a buck 106 or something
against the
insane.
Dodgers.
It's against the Dodgers, yeah. But again, the home run alleviates a lot of problems. And when you have, some of the pitchers that are kind of clinging to their careers here, that take up 2/5 of our rotation, maybe more than that, like. Good to get a little extra slug. Good to have a little extra pop.
I mean, Padres games in general have been very bad for people who want to see home runs.
Yeah.
They got one this last week. What did they give up? A couple. Luke Raley hit one, and Yohan Moncada hit one. Just not a lot of home runs in Padres games right now. Which is good for the pitching staff, bad for the lineup.
That's right. And listen, there are some bright spots there. Gavin Sheets has 4th in baseball in doubles. He's got 9 doubles. There's some slug there. We know that slug exists in Fernando. We know that slug exists in Manny
He's hitting
Machado.
more hard balls than anybody.
Yeah.
That is the basis of slug. Yes, they can be launch angle and backspin can figure into home runs, but the essence of a home run is hitting the ball hard. And no one does that better in baseball right now than Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yep.
That's the hardest part of hitting a home run. Everything else is kind of small potatoes compared to the rest of it. So if you're doing the thing that is essential to home runs better than anybody else,
they'll come.
You're a good home run hitter, even if you don't have any home runs, right? That's the way I look at it.
It's more of a keep hitting it hard. They'll come. They'll come. You keep hitting line drives. Eventually, those balls will get out of the yard. Again, I love Jesse's take about Manny and Fernando in particular. We've seen both, and he didn't say it, but if you read between the lines, we've seen it from both of those guys before. When things aren't going well, they start to do what? Press and expand the zone. They're not doing that right now, 21 games in. They're not. Like, they're taking their walks. They're going the other way. They're hitting it where it's pitched, or, in Manny's case, taking walks, getting on base. His last time I checked, his OBP was really good. He's still getting his walks. He's not pressing up there. That's a more team-oriented approach, and I love that. I think that's great. I think he can win a lot of ball games. Eventually, though, him being Manny, Fernando, Jackson, Sheets, those guys have to hit home runs. They're going to have to hit some doubles and some home runs. They're just going to have to. It's not going to last.
You won't. Right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. All right, check traffic. We'll look at the pitching matchups, at least the ones we know about, for the upcoming series next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Stop and go conditions through Santee westbound on the 52 before and after the 125. Very slow on the ramp from northbound 125 onto westbound 52.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Still no announcement from Warren Schaefer, manager of the Rockies, on a starting pitcher for tonight that I've seen. Maybe they'll just send out someone without a name or a number, and just Padres have to figure out who it is.
Player
in the game.
69.
More than likely going to be a bullpen game. I know Chase Dollander, when we faced him last week, he was kind of their bulk guy. Saw him a couple of times. Threw hard. Certainly, can get some strikeouts. So I would imagine you'll see him, whether it's at the beginning of the game or after an opener for an inning, how they handle it, but we'll find out later today. Randy Vasquez starts the opener for the Padres. He's coming off a mixed, not a great start.
Too many walks, man.
Yeah, too many walks. It was the game the Padres had to come from behind to beat the the Mariners. He only made it 4 innings, largely because of those 4 walks, but did still strike out 6 batters. Gave up, I think, that ringing double down the line, but then just had some soft hits as well, and it added up to get him out of the game early and fall behind. I don't think that it's a huge concern. I like Randy Vasquez in Colorado. He's a battler. Battlers need you do well in Colorado because you're used, going to have guys on base, and Randy Vasquez is a guy who knows how to pitch with guys on base. So that's the matchup for game 1 of the series. Then looking ahead, tomorrow is Walker Buehler against Tomoyuki Sugano. Buehler has generally last 3 starts now, more positives than negatives, including the 2 starts ago was outstanding. He was really efficient. Wasn't quite as good, but not bad. What's the stat? The Padres, you said 6-0 in the last 6 Walker Buehler, Herman Marquez starts.
Yeah, something like that. They're maybe 6-2 or something like that. So,
and then Thursday, Matt Waldron makes his second start after the rough debut against Ryan Feltner. That's a day game on Thursday, a 1:10 start.
Hardly know her.
Feltner?
Yeah, hardly know her.
Hopefully Matt Waldron
in Colorado.
With the knuckleball is a little worrisome, but I guess they didn't want Herman Marquez to pitch in Colorado, where he was terrible.
We got like 4 guys that can't pitch in Colorado right now.
As a lot of guys
can't.
Waldron needs just to find his fastball command that he's usually good at, but did not have in his first start of the season. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. Get a little
pumped up,
back comfortable. I feel like he had I'm trying to go off memory. I feel like he had a good start or 2 in Colorado when he was that summer when he was pitching well.
I'm sure Herman Marquez had a good start in Colorado at some point in his career.
Well, he had lots of good starts in Colorado
against the Padres
a few years ago.
Yeah.
Last year he had about 14 bad ones.
Well,
I think.
Buehler pitched to a 15.75 in Colorado the last couple of years. So he's a 5.65 overall in Colorado. It's just a house of horrors for guys, man. This is that series. I wish I was on vacation. Honestly, every year, the one in Colorado, the games in Colorado, I wish I was on vacation.
Those are the ones that get you.
Those are the ones that get me.
And usually it's 3, sometimes it's 4. But now with Mexico City, you got 5 in a row that are all going to be no lead is ever safe. You're up 9-1. It's not over in either of these places. So, yeah, you don't have that same comfort factor when watching baseball in Colorado or Mexico City that you do elsewhere.
Smart of you to go on vacation during this series, to be honest with you. Very, very intelligent.
Yes, you'll have to get through the last 2 games without
That's
me.
right.
But I'll be here tomorrow to talk about everything. That's for sure. Early standings check with the Dodgers winning last night. They have a 1-game lead over the Padres.
It's way too early for standings.
3 games lead over the Arizona Diamondbacks.
It's way too early. Way, way, way too early. We are how many games in? 22?
22 games into the season.
We're good. There's 140 games left. 140 more games that you are going to have to.
Goes faster than you think, though. Before you know it, we'll be heading into June.
The trade deadline, and
we'll be headed to Chicago for our trip.
That's right.
We'll get to the trade deadline, All-Star break, then trade deadline, and we'll go, hey, we said it was early. All of a sudden, it's getting late real fast.
It gets late early out there. So
by the way, if the Padres win today, they will have the same 23-game record as they did last season when they started 7-0 and 14-3.
Wow.
And basically, remember what we said. They basically played their way into the playoffs in the start of the season.
Yeah.
This year, they started 2-5. They could have the exact same 23-game record as the 2025 Padres if they win today at 16-7, because after that 14-3 start, I think they went 2-4 in their next 6 games. So they can catch up already with the electric start of 2025 in just 2 weeks of good play.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
man.
I'll take that.
That really
makes me feel a lot
Let's
better.
get that dub tonight. That would be really good. Plus, it's always good to talk to the skipper after a dub.
That team went on, of course, to win 90 games, which was a little beyond what any of us thought about this team, but clearly they're on pace for over that right now. We'll see how long through the summer that they're able to keep it going.
All right, sit and spin real quick, Paul.
One spin?
One spin.
One spin to end the show.
Oh, darn it. We already did that one, and I just did not delete it. Unless you have any other movie speeches.
No more movie speeches.
You're like, what? This is deja vu?
What is a job, besides radio, of course, that deserves more respect?
Teaching.
Teaching? That's what I was going to
Teaching deserves more money
and respect.
Does people don't respect teachers?
I don't. Yeah.
Did you? I didn't. I do now.
What I think. I feel like I do very much now. Like
now I do.
Like I'm in awe of teachers.
I am in utter awe.
Elementary school teachers, you're just babysitting for all day long. You're a babysitter.
They're gnarly. Those kids are gnarly. So
and then after that,
teaching.
After that age group, then you get to the kids that start to smell weird, and then their bodies are changing. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then you get to high school, and everyone's a jerk.
Yeah, everyone's just a huge beehole, dude.
I'm gonna go with electrician.
Oh yes, you're putting your life in your hands every day.
You're dealing with live wires and stuff every single day.
Plumbers.
You got your negatives and your positives all aligned.
Sanitary jobs, dude. Yes. Yeah. Retail. Obviously, food service. Those are good. A lot of jobs deserve more. What job deserves less respect? Program director. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. That's a total joke. I was a joke. I'm just joking.
Can I see you in my office?
Athletes. Yes. Purple. Yes. Less respect. Yes. We put these guys on a pedestal too much.
Yeah.
We do.
I mean, they're amazing.
They're just normal humans.
They're amazing.
They're amazing.
For what they can do.
Influencers. Sorry, Sammy, but yes, 100,000%
less.
Adam,
respect.
thanks, Woodsy. Sorry,
Dominic. Thank you, Benjamin. My dad was an electrician. Hard ass and dangerous.
Radio
job.
hosts deserve way less respect. No question, Easy. You're not wrong.
We deserve more respect than you thinking you could just walk in and do our jobs as well as we do. But overall, probably less. You're right.
You're right.
All right, that's it for us. Braden and Frank coming up next. We will be back tomorrow morning. Craig Stammen on a Wednesday. Brett Boone as well. For Paulie Reindl, for Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Tuesday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.